Welcome to the Dumb4real podcast.
It hasn't started on my stream yet.
Oh
what's it?
my
There
god.
we go. Okay.
Dude, get some
To the
fucking
Get the intro,
scenes,
Connor.
dude.
Get the
Nah,
intro
fuck
going.
off.
My stream, yeah.
Alright,
Connor, get the intro going.
welcome. Oh wait, hold on.
Get some
To the
fucking...
Get
Oh,
the
this...
intro.
That's not too good.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Welcome to the Dumb4real podcast, episode number 10, and it is the question and answer edition where we have asked you questions and you have responded to us, I guess. I have... Oh no.
They asked us questions.
I have the notifications on. I completely
That's awesome.
forgot about it.
They ask us questions. We don't
Yeah.
ask them questions.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. And then
Wait, so what just happened?
that was a notification.
For what?
I don't know. Someone's followed.
Thank you for the follow.
But I don't have it up.
give him a
Thank
look,
you for the follow. Cause the OBS reset, it's all fucked. But whatever, man. I'll sort that out another time. Yeah. So the way this is formatted is we've got two avenues of like question asking or whatever. We've posted a thread on Twitter about a couple days ago, and people have asked us questions in the thread, and we're gonna check it out and stuff. And then also we are doing. Oh, is this what you're doing?
Just keep going.
All right, we are doing live viewer call-ins. So how this is going to work is we've sent out the Discord link to the podcast Discord, and if everyone gets in the waiting room muted, and we'll drag people in after screening that question, and then you can talk to us right here, right now, and have a discussion with your question or whatever. So yeah, if you're in the podcast Discord, get in the waiting room and sit there muted.
We're assuming that you have a proper question, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
don't be a dimwit.
Also, Connor,
We're sussing you up.
You might
Right.
want to drop the link to the server.
And Captain Kool-Aid, thank you for the follow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, what is this? Alright.
Best Pac-Man Oz.
Potentially true. What are you doing?
Dude, shut up.
Alright. I'll drop the link real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Invite
Guys, does
people.
everyone know who we are?
What do you mean?
Do we know who everyone is?
Oh mate, we already have our first waiter.
Dude, okay, don't worry.
Who's
about it.
waiting?
Okay.
Oh, it's Easy Cole.
Oh,
Easy Cole, you asked a Twitter question though, so it can't be the same question.
No,
Yeah,
no, but he
true.
can just ask the question
You
here.
can ask a question in here,
Yeah,
but
yeah, What?
I do think though you should be able to somehow contribute to the discussion if you can't
Yeah, it's
There's
not
a-
just
there's
like
a back and forth.
ask a question. Yeah, it is a back and forth.
It is a back and
Yeah,
forth.
back and forth. I have a
So
back
be
and
ready
forth.
to be back
Yeah.
and forth with.
The idea is that we had both Twitter questions for those who might not be available for the call, right? But they just want their question answered so they can hear it
Yeah.
later on. And also, if you want a conversation, you get to have a voice in chat with us as well, right? If you do both, and let's say
why
they're
did
two
you-
different questions or something, then if we have time, we'll fill in for your second question. But that's kind of like the balance between the two. So we'll be going back and forth.
Yep.
Just letting you know.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get started with our first question then.
Very good.
How exciting.
Yep.
So Governor SSBU asks,
Oh, this is funny.
how do you guys reevaluate the way you practice and how to work on things you need to improve? And also, what's going through your mind when you're playing a friendly to try and improve on that last thing? Like, how do you stay focused and reassess that one concept in game?
All right, we've just made an executive decision that Connor will not be reading the questions off Twitter because you can't read.
Okay, you can read.
Well, you've done it. You've done a whatever that was, so it's fine.
Damn, that's not very nice, bro. Like, he's
It's an
trying his
executive
best,
decision,
dude.
man. It's like,
He
what are you
is
gonna
trying
do?
his best.
Yeah,
Give him-
we out here, man. But yeah, it's like how do you practice basically, or like how you take advantage of friendlies to try and keep on track with what you're learning, right?
I mean, you're the solo dude.
I am the solo dude.
So what do you do?
I have the Google Sheets. I mean, we're on that. Well, basically, when I go through my Google Sheet stuff, like after I do that, I'm like, am I at a level where implementing this stuff not only in friendlies but also in tournament, and I'm like comfortable with it. But then I also look to like top player VODs and see like what they're doing and can I do what they are doing. And if not, I mean like, then I want to try and practice that not only in solo practice but then in friendlies after that, and just constantly viewing like what I need for my game plans and can I be able to do that. when I need to, basically, and then I'll solo practice it. So, yeah. What about you, Ernest? How do you keep track?
I'm just reading the question first. Well, I think like, okay, this is gonna be kind of like a cop out, right? But like, I kind of have. So you have a set goal, right? You have something that you have, thought about that you want to improve. I kind of spend like, I play every friendly with like a specific goal, and that's like the most important thing that I like think about, right? It's basically a cop out because it's just like I think about it all the time, and that's all I focus on, nothing else, right? So, in a TLDR sense, but I think it also what really helped me was the kind of like letting go of like preconceived stakes, being like, all right, well, I could win this friendly, and like I could try really hard and like care about certain things, but like I could also just like realize that at the end of the day these are all just like it's all just training, right? None of this genuinely matters. Like what matters is how much you can take away from it. So like letting go of like caring that much really helped a lot, to like make me like more happy when I like go in friendlies and like implement certain things, because like you might like lose and you might feel like shit, but you can gain some satisfaction, and that cycle can keep you going when it's just like, yeah, but my ledge trapping was pretty good, or like I read this, I like was continuously punishing this option really well, or I was looking at these things, and just making sure that like you never like sleep while you play is really important too, like like intensious practice. I like think like whenever I would like the idea of like wasting time to me is like so awful, especially if it's like something like Smash that I've like pretty much dedicated to. So that's like a pretty good like fear factor and incentivization to like concentrate and hone it, I guess. So yeah.
Cool. What about you, Anthony?
I get that last part that Ernest said, by the way.
Yeah.
But just in terms of practice, I suppose the thing I will prioritize the highest is just making sure like execution and movement is good before I do anything else fancy. Because like if that is wrong, then basically I can't. It feels like I can't play the game. So I will focus on those things first. So like I'm playing like just a bunch of like other characters just right now, and so basically just like friendlies and just practice will just be like, will just be like actually just controlling the character properly. Maybe I'll like practice like the most like important characters, the most important kill confirms and bread and butters, like because like I'm not very good at every like other characters. So it's like, all right, well, I'll just practice. Like right now, I'm just like playing stuff like me brawler, and like Cloud. So I'm like, all right, me brawler. Like one of the most important kill confirms is like up air, up B, like on like the platforms, or like Cloud is like double forward air, or like up tilt finishing touch.
Okay, can you guys not like what the fuck's wrong with you?
What?
Like what's your go? You fuckwits.
Your boy Easy Cole in the chat says you never go for wrist Noot. Skull emoji.
Dude, who cares? Like,
I thought it was pretty funny.
nice F smash, Easy Cole. Nice.
Just before you go ahead, Sice is nice and Nichiren SSB, thank you for following.
No, but Anthony, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, what was that? So where was I going? So yeah, those are like my first priorities, and then so I'm Palutena. I'll have like more advanced things. I'll try and go for. I'm trying to like just like. Because she's so basic, so I'm just trying to, like, yesterday I was just in bed playing on handheld mode, just thinking of, like, new ways to, like, maybe cheese or, like, people, like, make some, like, new kill confirms. But, other than that, I don't know. I don't have when I play friendlies, I don't have, a specific goal in mind, like Ernest does. I do, though, like, kind of don't want my time wasted. It's why, like, after, like, 20 games, I'll normally just call it off, because I'm basically learning nothing. But like, even if I don't have a goal within the 20 games, I'll still come away from like learning, like what I could have done better, what was going wrong, what was going right. For example, even if I don't have a specific goal, like basically I can know what to work on after the games are finished.
Yeah, and I guess you're kind of similar in that way, right? You just kind of play. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, this question, I can't really answer this question because I don't really solo practice. And yeah, I don't really have an aim in friendlies. I just try to like be creative and sort of take risks, and like through that, like try and sort of discover ideas about like matchups and characters and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't go into like a friend. Like let's say I'll like look around the venue and I'll be like, oh, this guy is like plays this character, and I was like, I'll try and implement this. It's like no, I'll just try and sort of free ball it.
Yeah. Just
I will say,
all vibes.
Yeah, vibes, literally.
back room, like Governor and I and a bunch of other people were talking about this problem, like about pretty much like half an hour ago. So I think like he's pretty much good. So yeah, just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well,
we've given him some homework. So
nice. He'll get back to us. But
Yeah.
we do have our first viewer call-in. Okay.
big easy.
Now this is hype. Okay.
Oh.
This is the big test. Will Isaiah pull through or not? Let's
If your
find out.
question is dog shit, I am disowning you.
It's true. All right. Here we go. Oh shit! He pops up right here as well.
Does he have a webcam?
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
webcam.
Look here, it
Webcam.
doesn't matter. Isaiah, you're on the podcast.
Wait, what the? Already?
Yeah.
What is your question, bro?
Okay. Should I put my camera on or
No,
something?
it's all
Do whatever,
No.
man.
Connor, can you adjust his mic, by the way?
Oh my god, he's
Oh, hold on.
he's
Okay.
pressed
Okay.
down.
Okay.
That's so hype. That's so hype.
Okay. Wait. Hold up.
Adjust his volume, yeah.
And please do not eat.
Oh shit. Wait. Hold up. Okay.
Yeah, don't eat, bro. It's a bit
Hey.
embarrassing.
Okay. So my question is, so let's just say you're like losing a game, and I need to turn the stream.
Dude,
So-
ask a question.
Yeah. So you play a game and you lose, and you want to just take like maybe like a 2 or 3 minute break to just think about like just calming down and stuff. What should your main things to think about be before you go into the next game? Sometimes I just instantly go in
Yeah.
about like think
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, you're talking about like in a set, like
in
you
a
lose
set,
game
yeah.
one,
Like
right?
let's just
Okay.
say like best of 5 and you're like it's 0-2 their way right now and you're like mentally boom.
Well, Connor likes taking 5-minute breaks in the middle of a set, so maybe he can answer that question.
Yeah, I reckon I've got a lot of background on that one. But I don't know. It's like the mental reset, especially when you're up or down at. Oh, Scobo.
Yeah,
No.
Scobo, thanks for the follow.
Especially when you're
Hey,
like.
you're the goat.
Especially when you're,
Cut this shit out. Fuck the followers.
Especially.
Oh, Anthony, what's wrong with your what's wrong with your
Bro.
screen, bro?
Okay, answer
Alright.
this question, or I'm
Sorry.
leaving.
So when it definitely comes from different places when you're winning or losing, because I don't know about you, but when I'm winning, I think it's really common for you to be like, oh, I just won, I've got this in the bag, like whatever I'm doing right now is currently working, so it's like I don't really need to change anything, which isn't true at all, because like it's kind of like I think not only is it important to know like what's not working, but I think it's just as valuable to know like why what is currently working for the reason it's working. And I feel like if you're winning, it's really good to highlight that type of thing, to be like, all right, this is really good at the moment, I need to keep this up. Just at the same
Is that-
time, sorry.
Oh, sorry. You go first.
Just at the same time when you're losing, it's like the immediate like, okay, what am I getting fucked by and what do I need to change? Like just as we start this next game. Like it's super clear, and making sure you don't have like that defeatist mindset either of like thinking this is lost, this guy is too good, and so on
And
and,
then
so
it's
on.
also like in the other way, when you're winning, you don't want to like get kind of like lazy a bit and just be like, oh, I'm gonna win the next match.
Don't
I'm
get too
up.
comfortable.
Yeah, don't get like exactly.
Yeah.
Just like it's okay to like just take a few minutes after a set, like amp.
Yeah.
You don't need to like rush anything.
Yeah.
Do not take a few minutes, by the way.
Hey, what if I verse you?
One
Take, like,
or
less-
2 minutes
less
is
th-
like
less
I am
than a
so
minute, by the
guilty
way.
of this. I was so guilty of this, and Jason knows, right? I used to take a fuck ton of time
Yeah,
between
less than a
games.
minute.
Yeah, like a minute is a long time. 60 seconds, you know? Like, so maybe stretch it to 90 or 100 if you're like really freaking out.
Nah, get a job.
right?
Less than a minute.
You get it.
I
I
think
was, like watching
maybe,
Proto,
like,
watching
20
Proto at Summit was just like, oh
Nah,
Dude,
you
shit.
should be
Eternal,
cute, right?
Eternal used to go to the toilet, dude. A cat boys.
That's fucked up.
That
You
is
know,
fucked up.
I'll give you a funny story, right? Like my most recent set with Connor at Pixel, he basically
This is so
like
funny.
won this fucking game, dude. He won it, right? And I'm sitting here being like, this bitch ass motherfucker, like thinking he's top shit, up being spamming from neutral get up and shit. And then he's the one taking notes. And I've given and I'm
Dude,
just
he
like,
did this at Sunshine actually.
I'm just like, bro, I've given you my bands with like, so like you give me my bands, right? And I've taken you to a stage, and I'm still waiting for you. And then I win. I've given him my bands, and he's like writing like 20 notes, right? And I'm like, what the fuck are you writing,
Just
dude? That's gonna take 10 minutes. I need to play this set now.
Dude, I went up 2-0 and he wrote in his notebook, and then he swapped the Palutena anyway.
That's really good.
Hey,
You're writing a fucking essay before playing like.
dude, I
game
need to know,
two.
bro.
Anthony, you go. If
I
you
like
have
this
anything to
question
contribute.
because this is what happened at EVS on Tuesday. Because he went down 2-0 and then it's like, can I have a couple minute break? And I'm like, oh, actually, sure.
Wait, who?
And Isaiah here, we played
Oh,
EVS for top.
Damn.
So what I like to do, so typically I will get a bit annoyed if they take too long. You didn't take too long, by the way. You were like,
Okay.
perfectly
I
fine.
was,
You
like,
said
scared
a couple
for a
minute break. I said yes, but you only took like 30 seconds anyway. But what I like to do is I'm thinking what they're trying to think, basically. I'm like, all right, he's
Wait,
probably
what do you
thinking how
mean?
to deal. He's probably thinking on how to like counter this, like this move or something, and I'll be like, all right. So he's thinking about how to counter this move. So I'm gonna like, I'm gonna like double bluff him essentially, or like. Basically, I'm trying to counter like what he's thinking and how to counter.
Oh,
this.
This
So
is the
you're
thing,
like-
dude. It's like you play someone in Smash, and especially if they're at your level, like it takes two to tango, dude. Like you two have noticed,
It's true.
you two have noticed the same. What the
Dude.
fuck, dude? You two have noticed the same. You two have probably noticed the same things and the themes of your set.
Me versus
Yeah.
Jason at bank. Oh my god.
You're probably
I was
thinking
drunk.
the same thing.
I was drunk and I was like, Jason, I fucking know what you're gonna do. And then Jason's just like, hey mate, I know too, bro. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Like everyone knows what.
Really?
You like this is, and Ernest can like relate to this from a basketball thing as well. I don't know if he's heard this analogy, but like top players know exactly what the other person's gonna do, right? This is like the
just like
basketball
who,
thing.
like, does it
It doesn't matter,
first.
dude. You can't stop LeBron James if he's fucking running at you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
gotta
You-
let it happen, bro.
You have to. You just have to work around and like do your best to like, and that's Smash, man. And that's the
So, yeah,
tango.
I suppose at the end of the day, what I'm thinking between games is like what their adjustments are going to be and make my adjustments in my head.
Yeah, so then you can like counterplay.
Yeah,
them, like,
exactly. Yeah, so like, I know you're going to make adjustments. I know you're thinking of like, all right, what am I getting wrecked by? I mean, I don't know what specifically on Tuesday you thought, what we're thinking between game 2 and 3, but I'm like, all right, I think he knows he's getting destroyed at ledge, so he might like actually like go for different options. So I'm gonna maybe keep an eye out for it a bit more, or he's gonna be a bit more smart of his landings. He's gonna like prioritize like a few things extra, like a few things differently. So I'm thinking in my head, all right, I will like compensate for that now.
Does that mean like if you just go into a game just brain dead, they can't tell what you're thinking?
that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. in
That's
my
the
life.
duel.
No,
No, that's the
that's the
duel.
duel.
It's like, bro.
So okay. I'll
Hey, that's the Gwifted.
dude, like okay, I'll
Rob was bodying him.
Wait, no, that's the
I'll, like-
Ernest, right? Someone said today that's the Ernest. Like, trying to condition someone who cannot be conditioned because they are too stupid and you lose the set.
okay. You know how I would respond to that? It's like if you kind of if you genuinely, unironically think that like not knowing what you're gonna do and you're just gonna do things is actually effective against someone that's trying to read you, like the person that's trying to read you is like not good at this game because on this game is not just purely about reads. It's about exploiting the positions where you don't need to read at all. You can just look at this cunt and they do something stupid and you're like, you're fucking stupid. I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna kill you for it, right? So if you just do a whole bunch of shit and I'm just like standing there and I'm like shielding because I'm like, oh, like what if he does this and you like dash attack me? I'm like, all right, well, cool. Like I'm gonna hit you and now you're in disadvantage, right? I'm gonna say to answer your question because I wanted a bit of attention and I'll be really quick that.
Yeah, no.
I used to overthink everything, and I used to think people were really smart, right? Now I realize that a lot of people are stupid, but it's not just that. It's that when someone's beating you, like you're down 2-0, most of the time they're not gods. They're not like unfathomably smarter than you, and that they're like it's something uncomprehendable that you're losing to, right? There are like few people in this country that do that. But for the most part, it's actually like a few handful of things that they're doing that's actually beating you, and then it's like, oh, now you get hidden disadvantage, and then disadvantage is a coin flip. Sometimes you flip the coin wrong, and then now you die for it. So the actual stock difference might not actually translate to the difference in what you're thinking, right? Like you might be down 3 stocks to 1, but that might not be because he's got like the soul read on you. It might be because he's pretty much got 1 or 2 things down pat really easily. And if you like kind of take a step back and like demystify any like bullshit like glorification of this person and be like, they're not actually like that smart. It's like, what am I actually getting hit by? That's really important, right? Asking a very simple question like that can make a lot of difference, and I think that's kind of like what people need to trust. It's not like Death Note or anything, It's like you're just not seeing this one thing, or you're not thinking about this, or you have this person is beating your playstyle. Change this one thing. That can pretty much win you a game. And you take it from there.
Really just adapting to some situations, and you're able to just go far.
Okay, here's an example, just like to finish it off. On Tuesday, I was getting gutter fucked by Corvid.
Then you switched to Falco.
But the main reason that the Falco worked so well is because I was losing to a lot of Zard floating in an area where Diddy, it's really committal for Diddy to go up and get. And Squirtle like jumping and like sort of being privileged into Diddy. I know that sounds funny, but like Squirtle has privilege in that matchup. So the reason it works so well is because Falco's jump is super tall. And that's literally why I won the set, is because Falco's jump is tall and Corvid was double jumping a lot. And that's what I was getting fucked for. And it's something that simple. That's like, oh, I have a character that has tall jump, beats double jumps, call it out, win the set. Done. Sometimes it's that simple.
Yep. It's really just, you don't need to overthink, you just need to realize one situation that could just change the entire...
Yep, absolutely. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like for some of you guys, it's more than one thing. Like, I verse L, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah, well, bad luck, mate.
Hey, that's good. Right, hey, we'll see you on the next episode of the Dumb4real podcast.
That was really funny.
But yeah, thanks.
Easy call. Just to answer your question, I literally just full hopped, and then you just freak out in shield, so I killed you a bunch for that. That's it.
That's true. Thank you, Isaiah, for your question. Also,
good question, I thought.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, if you guys...
Now, if your question isn't as good as that one, we will be tier listing these later.
It's true. But if you also want to come on, just join the Discord link in the chat and hit the waiting room where Corey is right now, and you too can.
Also, Jamit Day Goyo, thank you for the follow.
What the hell, man?
We're not posting that link again, by the way. So
yeah. So just
join now or die.
Well, speaking of surprises,
Jesus fucking Christ,
we're gonna do this one.
Okay, well, hurry the fuck up.
All right.
Oh my god, people have joined.
Oh my gosh.
Holy fuck.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? Just leave it.
Okay, I'll leave it. Corey. Welcome
in the house.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't think we've ever interacted before, but
hello,
welcome.
Corey.
Welcome to the podcast. What is?
Hello.
Are you alright?
No, yeah, it was just like got dick set today, but it's fine.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. What is your question, bro?
Who are the most anticipated people you want to play who are attending BAM? Just like directed at basically everyone here.
That's a really good question.
Ooh. Isaiah, you might have been trumped.
No. All right.
Anthony, go.
Who want me go first?
Yeah, go
Anthony, you go.
Well, it's like, this is hard because like, realistically, I'm probably not going to get to play more than like 6 people, right? I'm probably going to get like 2, 2, 3, 2, or 4, 2. So it's like, and I wouldn't be surprised if like 2 of them are Victorians. So it's like, bad luck, right? But like, if I could have the dream, right? I could just dream like, all right, I just run into this person, then I think I could beat. But like, they're a very good player. I suppose. Okay, I'm gonna say his name. You know who I'm gonna say. It's Unpheasant. Like, I'm not playing against Unpheasant.
You stole my answer.
Alright, like, just like, because I don't know, I believe I'm confident the Mario matchup. I think that character loses pretty hard to Palu. So, like, alright, if I can get a big win, that'd probably be the one to do. And I just like, I don't know, just like, he's just a really cool player. Other than that, I'd love a like rematch versus Luma because we have not played offline in like 2 years, and I've caught up significantly since we've lived in Tasmania.
That would be hype, actually.
But
I'd love a winners top 64.
yeah,
Anthony versus Luma.
Yeah.
No, I've had this dream where it's like for some reason I get a major run, like I'm like at like losers top 24.
Join
and
the
like,
club,
me and,
man.
me and Luma are right there, and then like I beat him in a best of 5 Paladino. That like I'd die happy.
It's like when Zuko confronts his father. And he like redirects the lightning. That's Anthony. He's like, come back at you, bitch.
I'd be so disappointed though. Let's say we actually like we do play, and he plays like something else besides Palu. Like we have to play Paladino, but it's not.
He
legit.
would.
I don't
He
think
might play Brawler. If he might play Brawler. Like who knows?
That's good.
This just in, Unpheasant not going to Battle Arena Melbourne, apparently.
Well, there you go.
Oh, that sucks.
You
But,
like-
fucking coward.
That's the dream. That one.
Yeah.
No one else really.
Okay. Ernest, you got someone in mind?
I never really think. I'm pretty self-centered. Like I think about my own play and stuff, and like improving myself, as opposed to
This is
like
a
thinking
cop-out.
about like.
There's a cop out. Say someone.
Okay, well, no, I was going to say people. I'm just saying it's not something that like I like salivate over, right? But I think Unpheasant's really a really good answer because no. Okay, but
He's
seriously,
not going, bro. Hurry up.
I've literally never seen any footage of him playing. That's the thing that piques my interest, right? Because he's like #1 in his state, and I've never seen any gameplay by him. So I'm thinking that's like really cool, right? And he just popped out of nowhere. I think in terms of like I guess enjoyment, I probably want to play Shmoo. I don't know whether he's coming or not, but I really like Shmoo. And I guess on a Pikachu tangent, I want to play Fried Rice as well because I think he's really good, and I like. Yeah, I just like watch. I watched. He had one of the few Twitter montages where I was just like, "Holy shit! Like, this kid is really smart and really cool." So I want to play him.
Oh, I've got another cop-out answer actually, but I would like to play a top internet. I know I would never win, but I just want to see how it feels. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, Send's apparently coming.
I would
so.
like to play against I would love to play against.
Is he actually? Is that a
I've heard some rumblings. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably have some top internets coming. I'd like to be seeded into them. just to see
Anthony
how it feels.
is going to verse Ness.
Oh my god, that bit. Actually, well, you never know.
You love that.
Well,
Yeah, I do love that.
All right.
All right.
Here's the turnaround. Corey, who do you want to play if you're coming to BAM?
That's like the tough thing. I'd probably want to play. I don't know if you would come, but I like to play DMO, but I can't even go to BAM, which is sad.
The goat. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of us want to play.
you might
DMO.
have Phantom, right?
Phantom, I actually have a chance of attending, which is cool.
Yeah. That's good.
Is it because he
Gamer.
plays Joker? Like, is it just the?
Because I don't even play Joker anymore.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
you're getting mixed up with
Okay.
Mike Cool, Anthony.
You're,
No,
you're,
what was it from? Yeah.
Me and Mike both dropped Joker.
That's crazy.
you're playing Pokemon Trainer, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, what about you guys,
What's
Connor?
your? Do you have an? I have two answers.
Okay, then go.
Go.
All right. Actually, one's a combination of two, and one's like for sure. So my for sure one, I want to play Brad.
Oh, that's my
I wanna play
answer.
Taicho.
Oh my god.
No, you guys are finished. You're both finished. Boy. No.
I want to play Taicho because Heaven was so good, and not necessarily want to play, but I want to see Q play other people as well. And another one where I'm like kind of like I want to see it is I want to see Twirly play other people as well.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be 100% for BAM. So, but my answer would probably be Taicho
Yeah.
Oh.
You've stolen one of my answers. Taicho was also one of them.
because I actually I played Taicho once in my life and it was at the SXCO one
Really?
in like winners round 1 when he was like some whatever I think.
Damn.
You play Mewtwo?
No, Bowser Jr.
Oh yeah, the
that
OG.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think he was like just like 10th on PR. So yeah.
Back in the day.
So I've actually haven't played like, not even in friendlies I haven't played him that much, and obviously there's a bit of hype surrounding Top of SA after
Yeah.
Heaven's performance, so I think Brad's a good answer.
Connor, you are finished. Like his playstyle's designed to counter you.
No.
Like
All right, Connor, who's yours?
I had a few people which you already cross mentioned.
Of course.
But like,
Unpheasant and Touch.
yeah, that was exactly the two. I really want to play Tam because my theory is WA is going to be like the SA shock as well. And Tam, from what I've watched, because I obviously watch other states, is that he's that one mostly optimal Pithra that I don't really see anyone else has achieved in the country yet. So I really want to experience that. And then also Bro 1, which I didn't get a chance to play in Queensland. I still want to play him. His micro, I think, is like probably one of the best in the game. So get one of those, I reckon. But yeah, any other people you got in mind, Corey, that you probably want to see? Any matchups, you know?
Want to see anyone get exposed?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I can't really think of too much. I just like to see instators in general just fight each other out.
Nice. Cool.
Zav versus New Zealand. Zav versus Aloof.
True.
That'd be hype.
Zav ICK. Alright. Thank you for your question, Corey. Anytime.
Yeah, take care.
Oh no, I can't.
Fuck off.
No, I can't do
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Kick yourself,
I just hit
bro.
myself.
Yeah.
Bye. See you. Have a good one.
Anyway, have a good one. I don't know, man.
That was
Alright.
so weird.
Alright, we've got
That's a good question, though.
ICK versus Willow 5.
Battle for the Century. Alright, we have a pretty heavy hitting question coming in. So get ready for that one. Okay.
Holy fuck.
We're ready.
Who's
Who's
this?
It's the man himself.
Wait, what happened to the Twitter questions?
This
Oh,
is
this
the Twitter question.
Okay, I get you.
Mod, are you there?
I'm here.
Welcome.
How you
It's your
going,
bedtime,
guys?
mate.
Yeah, it is. You've stayed up late.
It's Friday, man.
Friday,
Come
dude.
on.
Hey,
Cut me some slack.
He's allowed a beer by the pool watching the Dumb4real podcast. Dude.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I asked this question on Twitter, but I thought it was a good one to discuss. So,
Yep.
especially in Vic, you know, big focus on the grind in the last year, I'd say. You know, competing in general, it's pretty dog eat dog in Vic at the moment.
Yeah.
But I want to get, you guys' opinion more so on like what we can do to help with community building a bit more, especially now the game's getting old. It's not getting patched anymore. You know, potential for community size to decline over time. You know, what are some things that we can do to sort of increase the size of the scene, make it bigger?
Yeah. So I've got like 3 things I want to bam dot
Alright.
point on. Okay. So, and it kind of bleeds into Static's question as well, especially over some discussion in the past couple of days. But the main thing is with people who fall out of wanting to compete, there needs to be a reason to stay in the community that's not competing, whether that be like the fellas or something else. So what I've been saying for the longest time, and we've discussed as a group here, there needs to be a tournament that's not a tournament. It's just a meetup with friends or like some crazy, silly side bracket,
The
right?
tournament? That's not a tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what I said on
Let me finish. I've got some
You
stuff.
go.
Okay,
Alright.
so there needs to be something that doesn't count towards rankings or whatever, so people don't feel that competitive pressure, which we've had debate in the past, which may or may not work out, but it's an avenue, right? Second thing, leading into Static's question a bit more, is we need to do a lot better job of trying to be like pulling people in the scene as just like there shouldn't be like a barrier to feeling like we should say hi and be more conversational to new players more, because I feel like it's a big barrier trying to get in sometimes, especially when you know no one there and your first Smash tournament. And lastly, not just about the like non-competing events, but like I said before, like there needs to be something to do with like greater community building, whether it be like commentary of some sort or like some kind of like collective, like I think the quiz show is a really good example, right? Like it's a reason to be in the scene without actually having to play or not evolved with the game itself.
Shout outs, by the way.
Shout outs to Jet, who may or may
And
not
Olag.
be hosting us in a
And
bit.
Olag.
And Olag, yeah. But that's my take. Like, there needs to be avenues for people to enjoy the game without competing. But yeah, what do you think, guys?
I honestly don't have sort of ideas or a response to the question. Even low-key going through it, because that's what happened at Smash 4, is that the game didn't stop, the game didn't change, it was kind of in Australia. The meta was kind of like solved to an extent. The good players were the good players, and then there was just like this massive gap, and then people stopped going, and everyone was like, "Oh well, there'll be a new Smash game. We'll come back for that." And it sort of just like it like just died. Like obviously there were still tournaments, but there was like 13-man EBS,
Yeah.
35-man Rambat, and this was like big tournaments. And even going through it once, like I don't have an answer because for me, personally, you mentioned like the fellas as like a reason to like be in the community. And like I have that. So like there is a reason for me to go to tournaments. And I find it very hard to put myself in a mindset to think like, okay, what about someone who doesn't have the fellas and their like goal is improvement? I just don't have like an answer to that.
Yeah.
So I guess you'd have to ask. It sounds so bad, right? But you'd have to have someone who like doesn't interact with many people in the scene. Like what would make them want to go to tournaments more? What would make them want to stay involved in the community? Because, basically, you're either going to become like a bit of a personality and you're going to stick around because you're friends with people, or you're going to be a good player and you're going to stick around because you're good at the game. That's like that's basically the two reasons why you stay at tournaments, right? Is I'm good or I love the community. So like sometimes
I think you underestimate like people continue to go because they still want to get good. They might be bad and they might not have. They're not either.
No, I understand that, but like
right.
These people come and go. That's what I'm saying. There aren't many people who stick around in the scene who stay, let's say, off the 40 forever, who also don't like have that much interaction with the community. You know what I mean? These people just kind of, and I could drop names, but like we all know that like people like this have always existed.
Yeah.
How do these people stay? You know what I mean? That's the troubling. That's the part that I can't really.
I think I
answer.
think I can get the kind of person you're talking about, right? There's like someone that wants to get really good and they've put in X amount of time and they haven't really seen the satisfying growth that they envision, and they're like, well, like not only is the thing that the reason why I'm going here, I'm not getting that reasoning, right? And like I don't really have any other friends and stuff like this. It's kind of demoralizing. Like, why should I continue going? You know, I'm just gonna find a new hobby. I think my solution to that, right, is I like the idea of like brackets without stakes. I like the idea of round robin. Sunshine doing round robin, I think, is an incredibly good idea because it gives people way more opportunities to play and to improve and stuff like that. And I like that. I also think that, and this is kind of like retention, right? It's not so much about like drawing in new people. It's about keeping people, right? And I think that it's like a top-down effect where I think top players or better players should try to do like a little. I'm not trying to say to do a lot, but like stuff like, you know, group discussions of like talking about the game, playing the game together, or like VOD analysis. I think that's like really good for people that want to like continually get good, right? It's like you have interaction with someone that's been there, and that is very like that's very special, I think, because it's like if like when I was kind of new, right, I was like asking questions and stuff like that. It was really, really nice to have like people like you, right? Like I get destroyed by you, and you'd sit me down and you like talk to me about like something, right? And I try to like think about that all the time, and I just keep coming back because I kept wanting to like improve on that, right? And even in Ultimate, when we were like even closer, right? Like you sat me down and we'd watch a VOD analysis of me losing to your snake, literally right afterwards, and all right. And like I think doing that, Mara used to do that with me as well in Smash 4. I think doing that with like a lot of other people that are more new is not only a good way to create friendship and to create interaction, but to also like keep that drive going as well. And I think we kind of do that. Like, I think, at least for this demographic of people, we kind of do that. For other demographics of people, we have a bit more to better.
Like the
If that
children.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think legitimately, I look at it from that perspective, and I think it's probably the most important to me. It's just like, okay, if you want to play this game and you're a kid, this hobby is ridiculously expensive now.
Sorry,
It
this
didn't
what?
used to be. Like playing Smash as a hobby is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when I started playing Smash, I used to go to Sunshine. It used to cost me $5, and it'd go to EBS, and it'd cost me $10. And if I went to the Rambat, it was $15. So that was $30. I went to 3 tournaments. If I went to SAS, that was free. So I went to $4, like 4 tournaments, $30. You know, now obviously the circumstances have changed a lot. Most of our tournaments are run by businesses, right? They're not run at a university or places where you can
That's what's
potentially
so
get.
huge, I think.
Yeah, but it's just like that's getting harder to feasibly do. Is to get a venue that is easily accessible, that doesn't cost anything or is very cheap, and you know what I mean. So you can run these sort of events because I feel like they're the best ones are the free events because they're the ones that get the new people in, or even just it makes it easier to get the community together. You know. Because you'll just go because there's no commitment. It's not like, oh, this is going to break the bank or,
Yeah.
you know, I've got to do well because SAS, you know what I mean? Like it barely counted for anything. It was like 1 point of attendance and we didn't really care about the outcome. Yeah, it's like, what do you do? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's very tricky at the moment because
Adding
COVID's
like
kind of
money
fucked
and
everything.
venue and business related stuff to the mix
Yeah,
is really difficult, I think.
And
because
especially
I'd love to just be like, let's just make tournaments cheaper, right? But you can't because
It's not just as simple as like let's like just make a weekly that's free and we just like don't count towards the VPS or whatever, right? It's like there's a lot more logistics that go into it, I guess.
it's not even worth it if you're not on that, like, I kind of guess, like, what we're all in that, like, PR drive or trying to get better, where you can't really justify the cost.
Well, no,
makes it-
like it's
you don't
still
think
worth
so?
it. Well, I mean, I'd still fucking go.
Yeah, but that's...
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
you're not every person though.
Like, what if you're kind of outside of the community? Or, like,
Yeah.
you're trying to get...
But,
in,
but I
like-
thought you just said us.
No, I said it's... Not everyone's like us, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Well, I don't even know if I'm like you guys because like I feel like if I
Alright,
paid $30 to go 04, I'm fucking out of there. Like that's it. And like I don't know anyone. Like I would have quit like instantly. You guys like probably have no clue like how many people have like come and go
I legit
because like something did not grab them.
I legit
And,
go
like,
through this all the time, right? Like I've literally never O2'd in my life. I've sort of never been bad. Like, and I was always sort of like, oh, just get good, whatever. Like, how can you be bad, lol? And like, I talked to this with Ernest, like in the car. I remember I was like, for me, it's hard to imagine like being bad at the game. It sounds very privileged right now, but it's true because I've literally never been
the talent, man.
literally, and I've literally never been like bad at like this game. But this is when I realized like, oh man, this is actually like, this is crazy. Like people go to tournaments is when I was playing Melee, and I went to the Arcadia and I went 08. And I actually got styled on. I got secondary swapped. I got fucking miss. I got fucking wave shine. And I was like, dude, I would have quit. I wouldn't have lasted very long, like doing this.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
actually,
funny.
it's like actually like top player bias, like for real though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't, myself included, don't know what it's like to.
And that's an Arcadian as well. Like,
Yeah, it
that
was
was
an
supposed to
Arcadian.
be for the new
Yeah,
fella.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Dog shit at Melee.
well-
Fuck. I wouldn't have gone on that.
not to like constantly make it about us, right? But like, well, from my experience, I was dog shit for a while, right? Like, I literally got JV3'd by Jason.
Nah, but like I don't even think you were.
The thing, no, Jason. Like,
Okay.
you don't. I
don't
was
get it.
Okay, you were like, look. Yeah.
I was going O2 in like for ages.
No, I
right?
think maybe like 2 months. You were going 02 for.
But I went to every single tournament.
Okay, fair enough.
I went to like I went to 2 tournaments a week, the same ones, losing to the same people over and over and over.
Yeah.
Right. And not even that, like fucking like the Melee, like sorry, like the pub one as well, and like there was a pub one that was like in some near some. Okay,
GG's?
regardless,
No, it was
right?
Holy
no, it
Moly,
wasn't.
man.
Oh.
Holy moly, yeah, holy moly, right? for me, it's like I I probably might have had more motivation than others, but the thing that actually kept me was not the thing that actually kept me, but a big thing that helped was the fact that it was IRL in person and everyone was willing to help me. Like, so I think that like because we kind of still do that, it's not so much an issue for that kind of group. I guess I think it's like if you want, I think of like a different issue about this where it's just like not like the O2er that like wants to get good will continue. Like if they're hungry, they're just gonna keep going, right?
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I think of it as like people that kind of go to like they kind of like Smash to see what it's about, right? Or someone that's like having a waning motivation, right? And is like slowly losing less reason to like keep going to tournaments. I think that's why it's important like to break the monotony of things and to have something like I think an Arcadian is incredibly special. I don't know how often we can have an Arcadian, but I think the idea of having one frequently and not like once every game basically by the rate of this
Yeah.
will help a lot. Like maybe once a month or like something.
Once
Like-
a year.
once a month. Like every
Yeah,
6
Okay,
If-
but
if,
maybe not.
like,
Maybe,
yeah, my
it doesn't even
perfect
have to
world,
be.
I would love
Doesn't
an
even have to be an
Arcadian
Arcadian.
every
It could
6
be. It could be something like. It could be like Arcadian adjacent.
Like
It
Tuesday.
could be like.
Dude, I'm
like-
winning 12 arcade.
Yeah,
It could be-
Tuesday was so good.
It could be like. It
Like,
could
it
be
was
like a
PR
your
on
boy
Tuesday, but it
bracket.
was still
Your boy
pretty cool.
bracket could help a lot, right? Like, and have something like, have like some incentive to like really like do that.
Why is everything so serious? That's my least favorite thing. Even is it like a person who's like a bit more serious about the game? I still don't like how everything is kind
It's
of
Victorian.
too serious. We have
It's so true.
We have
It is
four
true.
serious tournaments a week. It's like that's.
It's
there's no
hard.
reason to.
It's really hard because
It's
the thing
weird.
is, it's like Sunshine never felt like that in the past. Like when I started,
No,
all right, you played your sets,
for sure.
but there was always like we had 5 setups back then, and one of them was always a double setup.
We had 5 setups. It had the bung fucking adapter, so you'd play doubles on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, play your sets.
Yeah.
Everyone would play whatever the fuck character they wanted.
Especially
And, yeah,
if it's gonna cost $15. Like I'm gonna take the tournament very seriously because like I need my like kind of my money's value worth. I'm gonna take every set seriously.
That's what I mean, and I think that's like a tricky part. Now, a question that I'd sort of say is, do you think it's important for us to have prize pots if it means that it will make the tournament cheaper? Do you think that would be... You're probably going to have less top players come because they're not going to make any money.
do you mean like
But
5
you-
venue and then send it kind of deal?
Yeah, I mean, even now, assuming now the venues... look, we'll use Sunshine as the example, right?
Yeah.
It's $10 venue, $5 pot. If there was no pot at Sunshine, do you think that would attract more people?
I think the people that are going to Sunshine now probably don't really care about the pot. As in right now, so like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And like
Like-
yeah, like you're right in saying that like I probably wouldn't travel to Sunshine to do a like whatever round robin
If there's no pot.
if there's no pot because I mean $1 pot could do. Like all of it goes to like the winner of a round robin. But it's like you have to find a balance of like
I don't think it would work for Sunshine. I think it could work for Temple though.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think if
One
Temple
tournament
went-
needs to tank, bro.
I think if Temple went just $5 entry no pot, I think you'd get the same amount of entrants.
Okay, here's what I was gonna say. Easy Cole. So Easy Cole in chat says, don't care about the money, rankings are where it's at. But like, you're gonna have top players go to a round robin where they're not making money, where they could lose to someone. And like, it's just like,
It stakes, man. Like,
well, it's like, unless like someone's like trying to go to like learn something specifically or like to try and like stay warm, then I don't see how that is like garnering more like players. I think like, yeah, I think Anthony's right in saying that like that's probably like a Sunshine specific thing, and that like if you were to do like a free tournament at Temple, it will definitely work better. But I still think, like, the thing about it is that right now there's, like, okay, so there's 4 tournaments a week, right?
Yeah.
But they're all over the state. So there's Huntingdale, which is fucking 30 minutes east, and then you have Temple, which is in the middle of the city, and then you have Sunshine, which is
West.
like 30 minutes west, and then EBS is in the city. And in reality, like, if you lived in Sunshine, you're not going to Pixel, and if you live in Huntingdale, you're not going to Sunshine. You're probably not going to, like, Temple because, like, so, like, there's 4 tournaments a week, but, like, it is low-key specifically designed to, like, cater different people across the state and, like, have smaller brackets.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's better is, like, I don't know. But we always had this discussion where it's like, if you have, like, 4 tournaments a week, you'll have smaller brackets, more people. If you have 2 tournaments or 1 tournament a week, you'll get... Everyone wants to go to the tournament, so it'll have, like, 60 entrants, but it'll be the only tournament, right? It's just weird to, like, quantify, like, what is worth, I guess.
Yeah.
running.
I think you actually have sparked a really interesting kind of realization that, okay, so this whole issue about, like, the community, right? I don't know if it's really as, like, if it's becoming bad or, like, is as bad as you think because of the design of the tournament, of, like, the tournaments and the locales, right? I think, like, Jason holds a really interesting point in that, yeah, like, maybe, like, by design or, like, coincidence, right? It's like, we're going to have smaller brackets and they're going to be across the state. So it's naturally going to, you know, it's naturally going to seem as if it's like, oh, like, it's weird. Like, our community seems a bit smaller now. But it's also like, think about, like, we're just coming out of COVID as well, right? This is like an extraneous circumstance, and it's like how the community is now is probably, like, I guess it's not really indicative of like how it's gonna be in the future, I guess. You, like, it is true that, you know, the games stopped. Like, it's becoming stale. Like, it's going to, like, become stale over time, right?
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I think yeah, I guess what you're doing is you're kind of, like, theorizing solutions to a problem for the future.
Yeah, maybe
I
I'm
think
getting.
I think
Yeah,
that
I think Interstellar, dude,
like,
you gotta, like,
round
worry
robin-
about the future and you're
Yeah.
gonna fucking die off.
I think the problem
I'll-
is now. Though.
Well, I don't think the problem is now.
I think it can be very close to now, though. I was very close to the future. I think it'll be like this year. Like, you'll...
Right.
Like,
Well, I think that, like, the idea of no pot, like, round robin is pretty interesting. And I think that if we create more kind of, like, interest for the people that aren't the top, right, that get the most benefit, like, we, you know, give to the poor, basically, is what I'm saying, it could have a really cool and positive effect for the community. Like, unironic communism, right? Like unironic. So seriously, your boy bracket, Arcadian, whatever it is, like, no pot. The only reason why I don't go to Sunshine is because I love to go to Sunshine is because I have uni, basically. But I'd still fucking go. And I think, like, a round robin, like, exclusive tournament is, like, really cool, and it's a really good way to help people get better.
I mean, all right, 2 things and we'll finish it off. But
Yeah,
one,
sure.
like someone mentioned before, that's the West tournament. You can't really, like, it needs to happen to, like, this, like, Temple, really. I think it's too specific. But the last thing I wanted to mention before we wrap this one up is specifically with the new player demographic that isn't like an Ernest or like a Connor that will, like, come in and be like, I have high motivation and I want to get good at the game, but are kind of just hovering. Like, there needs to be some form of catering towards those people to keep them in and just give them something casual that's not overly focused on, like, trying to be, like, really good at the game, and we'll put in that effort.
I mean, low key, that was
Sass.
you initially, right?
Oh, what do you mean? I was
Because-
casual.
Well, yeah, you were the casual, and you only went to tournaments because Roa,
Yeah,
you knew
Ro
Roa
was
people.
there. Yeah.
But, like, if Roa didn't exist, do you think you'd keep going?
I wouldn't.
Because
be
you
here,
weren't
no.
very good.
No, I wouldn't be here.
It's like,
But that was just something casual. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, SAS is like a perfect idea from that. But that won't happen again. But yeah, anything you wanted us to cover mods more specifically, or
Also, just my last point is that the thing about monthly attendance and why that's sort of declining is because monthlies are on the weekends. Literally always have been in the history of monthlies and mankind. And when you have 4 tournaments a week, you can afford to miss monthlies. And if it's because they're on the weekend, you're probably busy. And so that is why monthly attendance will dip. And will probably stay in like Rambouts will get 60, Super Sunshines will get 40, so on and so forth for like a while, I think. To be honest. Just a point.
Yeah, we'll take it on
Pix-
1 week.
I love what Pixel did a few weeks ago. Actually, remember that big ass Pixel we had?
what?
The big like
What?
we had a big ass Pixel where like you could got free entry if you're new. Remember?
Shit.
For
That-
a week.
That was the
That's
Monash. Yeah.
That had a bit of a Monash spark, but
Yeah,
There could be something, but there could be something similar that you could do.
maybe the secret lies with the universities.
No,
Maybe.
Ooh.
it's not true.
Top Melbourne Uni. Alright.
All right. Hey,
I
wait.
started with
Anything?
me,
Anything
so-
else specifically, mod, or is that?
No,
good
that
enough?
I think that was a satisfactory discussion. It was very good. I appreciate the opinions. If anyone else has opinions in the chat, feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to listen in.
We could go very deep on this, but like
Yeah,
Yeah,
luckily,
it's a
luckily
pretty-
we can talk about this anytime with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So that's why I'm like, I don't want to drag it on any longer.
Isn't
but
that
yeah,
right,
you
Mike?
can talk to me.
Because we're just close like that. We can talk anytime, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my sponsor. Okay.
All right, get in the
All
fuck
right, see
out.
ya.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
Mod.
catch us
later.
later. Thank you
you.
for having me.
Oh my, dude, it doesn't. I can't do it. Mod, kick yourself.
Wait, are you a...
Are you stupid?
looks
Nah,
like you're
it's
not
fine.
an admin.
No, I am. Okay, fine. Okay.
What the fuck?
Shut up. It's
Alright,
our
here's
internet.
the-
Anyway, on to the next person. We'll keep running it with the viewer call-ins. I
Yeah,
reckon.
alright. Who do you reckon?
Oh, this
Not
one.
him, no.
No, why not
It's a
him?
bit-
Because that's just like bias. That's the only reason you're picking him.
No, it wasn't. Thomas has been
So
waiting
which
for the
one
longest.
instead then?
No, just get Thomas in. He's been
Okay.
waiting
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
True, he was waiting for the train.
Oh, I'm friends with Zav. I want Zav in. Oh.
Hello,
Hello, Thomas.
Thomas. Because we're close like that.
Yeah, dude.
You get 20 seconds, otherwise you get booted. I reckon that's the rule.
Executive decision.
Yeah.
Oh shit, the hot seat is on.
Dun,
This is hype.
dun.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Here it is. Hello.
Right.
What is your
Alright.
question?
My question.
Just hang on.
Okay.
Hold that thought for 2 seconds. All right, speak.
Okay, my question was, I'm walking home right now. My question is,
Say your
How
fucking
do you-
question.
okay, don't fucking rush me, man. My question is, well, how do you juggle like the mental part of the game, like adapting and like finding habits and stuff, and like the physical like execution part of the game? Because I'm finding like that really hard right now. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Elaborate.
When I'm trying to pay attention to my opponent, like slow down and like find habits and stuff, like I feel like my execution gets worse and stuff like that, and like I move around worse and stuff. Like I can only focus on one at a time.
This
Interesting.
is
This is
this is pretty basic. So like I think the advice everyone gives and what I'd say, and this is the good thing about playing an easy character, right? It's just that like the easier your exercises become, or the more practice you become, like the easier it becomes to like pay more attention to other aspects of the game. Which is why easy characters have always been favored in like every fighting game. It's like why typically a lot of them will shoot to the top, unless like a hard character has something extremely broken about them. Then like you like it's so OP being able to pay like full attention to like opponent habits.
This is the Falco thing, dude. This is why I was like, oh, Falco Rob is so easy, is because you can actually spend 100% of your brain power on like parrying Nair and like avoiding gyro, and 0% of your brain power doing an 80% combo because it's like so fucking easy.
Do you really spend that much brain power doing a combo? Honest question, by the way.
Depends on your character. Diddy Kong, yes.
and practice, low key.
In Ultimate, No, like
I don't think so.
Most
Yeah,
of the brain has
Nah,
to
did he-
advantage.
did he-
Nah,
Don't say-
did he come?
Don't say
Nah.
this is Lucina Palu bias, by the way, because
But it
I
is
feel
though
this with-
because
it is,
it is though because I'm telling you,
I feel this
play
with
two
every
characters.
single character
I
I
play two
play,
characters. No way you sit there. No, dude.
I play Falco and I'm like, I don't care about the combo.
I know, dude. That's what that's what I'm saying, man. But you don't play fucking like if you're sitting there like playing characters who aren't fucking easy bake an advantage, then yeah, you have to fucking think about it a bit more.
And I can
No,
understand.
but I'm talking about like, okay.
I can
Go on.
understand where Thomas is coming from because he's trying to like account for SDI mid combo or like probably a lot of specific percent.
Yeah, Ernest, you're allowed to fucking combo me while I'm playing Sephiroth and I'm not fucking SDIing at all, and it's fucking easy, dude. But like, if you fought yourself playing Falco, you'd have a fucking shit time. I'll tell you that much.
What?
No,
That doesn't
I
really make sense.
I'm just in this game. Okay, here's a good question. Do you guys think what's harder, like in general, like combos or like advantage state, if that makes sense? Because
You're
I'm
answering. Okay, so answering Thomas's question with another question.
Well, I want to know because it will relate back.
What's the
But-
discussion
okay.
now, dude?
Because okay, I feel like combos in Ultimate, you generally like those characters are easier than advantage state characters because you can just like autopilot them. You can just input them, and then that's the job done for you. You don't actually need to think about the combo. You just execute it. Whereas actually Lucina kind of has to put in more effort because she has no combos, so she actually has to actively think
Well,
about
that's
the
what
next step that
I was
has to
actually about to bring that up. Is that like
Yeah.
Lucina combo game like bad, but like advantage state is like top tier, right? So when Ernest is like, oh yeah, I don't think about my combos, it's because you have like down throw up there's 90%.
Jason,
and then it's like
you don't realize that. Like, did you forget? I've literally played other characters in bracket before, right?
holy fuck, dude.
Are you stupid?
Oh, Warrior Wolf, man, come on, dude. Fucking put her in a fucking easy bake, dude. Fuck.
No, but you're doing your stupid Jason bit where you just say a character and you say it loudly, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's so true," but you haven't even thought a day in your life about any of the reasonings for it.
What do you mean, dude? Like you're fucking playing like top tier characters who like it's all been done for you. You just have to execute it. It's all been done for you already. Like there is no
What do you
like
mean?
sort of creative execution with these characters. Like it's all done, it's all optimal, it's all ready for you to do. You just gotta fucking put the
What is
inputs in.
creative execution?
Dude, like fucking Diddy, bro. Like Diddy, you can fucking do whatever the fuck you want. Like fucking go here, go there. It's the combo. It's all true. It's like there's so many different like ways to like do stuff, and there aren't many characters like that. But like that's how it is. And by the way, Lucina, I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted, is that Lucina Advantage State is in the same essence, so you can like do so many things. And there's no way you're sitting there doing like, oh, this guy's gonna like tech on the platform, gonna like, oh, side B tech chase, and then they'll DI this way or whatever. There's no way you're like not putting brain power towards doing these things.
But to
Which
quickly,
is the same thing, right? As like, oh yeah, I use brain power on like my combos or whatever. It's like people aren't using brain power on fucking Falco up tilt combos. It's like fucking shit like Lucina on a fucking
to
stage of the platform.
yeah to link this back really quickly. I think good old mate up is down in the chat makes a good point.
Oh,
that
Ernest, mate.
it's kind of like it relates back to the autopilot as well, and that's kind of what I think you need to get around to, Thomas. Is just like the degree of familiarity over time. Like Anthony said, it will just come with practice.
Wait, this
Okay,
is
so
the
that's
Ernest.
just how you experience thing.
This is the Ernest revelation.
Yeah.
Where he was like, oh, I need like a good flowchart or whatever. So that like, yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Go ahead. Yeah, continue.
Well,
I mean, no. You can explain what that revelation is
Well, like-
for Thomas because he might not know, right?
All right. Well, like, so basically, we always talk about like playing the game, where it's like you have to
Playing
think.
the player.
But well, playing the game, right, is like basically become just like this. It's basically a meme at this point, where it's like you have to think about every little interaction that you do in Smash and like why you're doing it and how it's affecting the opponent and how that's coming back to you. Where it's like in reality, this is just not how Smash is played.
At least how this game plays.
Yeah, exactly. You're playing like that's like melee, right? But like in this game, you can have neutral tools, and you know what your follow-ups are off neutral tools in a specific matchup, and then you develop like a flowchart that is like easy to execute, or at least easy depending on your character that you execute. So like for Luigi, right, specifically, is like you'll throw out Zair, or like aerial Zair, or like fireball Zair, and like you know what's gonna happen if you hit Zair. You're gonna get like a grab, or you're gonna get like a combo off of it, and this is all like predetermined. And maybe you know that Zair doesn't work in a certain matchup, so you approach with fireballs or like aerials or something. It doesn't matter the specifics, but it's basically like way easier for you to like think about other things if it's so like sort of grinded into your head.
Yeah.
Like
The flow of it.
the
right?
yeah, exactly, which is like the flow chart. That like you don't have to think about like what happens when you hit fucking Luigi Nair or something like I don't
You
know.
just
like,
go from there.
You just
Yeah.
you know what happens already because it's already
Yep.
mega ingrained into your head.
I'll just say with Luigi, right? I don't know how much Thomas is like. I don't know how much he's like played the game or like how much he often practices like.
He's
combos,
on the
but,
solo
like,
practice sheets,
But
man.
like, okay, ideally, as a character like Luigi, right? You like all your brain power probably should be going into like the mental part of the game because his neutral is difficult, right? He's inherently like difficult to win neutral with. So you really need to pay attention to like your opponent. Otherwise, that's gonna be so difficult. So like you basically need to like the easy part with him is the combos, right? Like once like you should learn. You just get to a point where if you get the combo started, you just always execute it, right? That's actually the easy part about Luigi, not the neutral. Like, because once, you should be able to get the hit, and then that's it. You just execute the combo. You actually don't even think about anything else, from my understanding. You
Is that the what you were asking, by the way, Thomas? You were asking difference between like playing the game and like executing combos, or was it?
No, what I was asking was like how to juggle like adapting and like the mental part of the game and like
Yeah.
like what's it called?
And the
Like
physical
the
execution.
execution
And,
and
like,
like
mechanically.
physical part of the game. Like juggling those two things
Well, I
at
mean,
the same time.
Do you sometimes feel like when you try too hard to like figure out what the opponent's doing, you fumble? Like
Yeah, like, I feel like-
you do a bad jump, you fumble your position, something like
Yeah.
that.
Like I'm just focusing on the opponent, like all my brain power is on the opponent, trying to like figure out like what their deal is, and I'm not paying attention to myself, and I do something stupid, or, like I fumble.
Ironically, the solid practice is actually like the answer. Like, unironically.
Yeah, definitely.
Like-
I should practice like my confronts and stuff like that.
Also
like,
experience thing, like I'd say.
Because like I don't know, my idea is like some characters get some things they get to do for free. Like you have to dedicate more time to like grinding a particular aspect of the game for, and then like Lucina, right, is like
Because like it wasn't about the combos. Is what
Yeah.
I was was
because
Thomas'
so as Lucina, you don't actually need to grind. You don't need to pay attention to your combo game because like everyone could do all of Lucina's combos probably.
That's not what that's not the thing he's saying is the thing. He's like
Mechanically, it's the same thing. Like
okay, but I don't think like Thomas's
Yeah.
issue is when he gets a grab, he starts fucking up the down throw. I think Thomas's issue is that he's trying so hard to think what the opponent's doing that he ends up like putting himself in stupid positions, or he starts like.
But like movement practice and like stuff like that is all on a part of like your flowchart and like your solo practice anyway, right? Like wave landing onto a platform, or like especially with Luigi, because Luigi low key wave land on a platform fucking difficult.
Bro,
to
Luigi
do.
Waveland is busted, bro.
Yeah,
It's
but
like-
it's like difficult to do actually because it's
Yeah, like
jumps.
can I clarify, Thomas? Is that it's your issue isn't that like you're thinking so hard about the game, but when you get a grab, you like fumble the combo. Is that what's happening, or is that not what's happening?
I don't think I have a problem like fumbling
Exactly.
combos.
Exactly right.
But I'm
And so-
saying that like it's the same as like messing up a movement option or like putting yourself in a bad scenario. It's like it's all about just like being clean subconsciously in terms of movement and stuff.
Okay, so how I'm gonna like the way I think of it is that I like get that there's like a lot of for me, I get a lot of anxiety when I try to think about like what the opponent's doing. There's a lot of fear factor, a threat of losing, etc. Right? Like the opponent's moving, I have no idea what the person could do, and I'm trying to like figure out the mental of it all. Right? It's a really big ask, especially when you also have to simultaneously pilot your character. I think one of the best starting points for me to make me less anxious and to make me more comfortable with reading and like understanding the mental game while juggling my character is understanding the limitations of where the opponent actually can be and what's actually threatening, right? So if you like think about a specific matchup, right? You think like, okay, like let's say fucking Incineroar, right? You like think about like, okay, like where can this character actually be, right? And like the space that I need to like worry about at all times. And then you look at yourself and you're like, okay, I'm here. I can kind of play the mental game at this range, not being too freaked out. And I can like let information come to me, right? Without really having a fear of like 10 jillion things that could potentially happen at once, right? Okay, go.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got my 2-bit. If you wanted to finish what you were saying. I don't want to interrupt. That's all.
That's exactly.
You literally
what you've
did
I know.
by like putting your
No,
hand
you-
up,
you
you
can go,
stupid
man.
fuck.
No, you can go.
God, you're so dumb. Just go.
Yeah, you go, Connor.
Oh my god.
Well, if I were to give there was 2 things, right? One is like when you're saying mental, you're probably being way too specific with what you're trying to think about mid-game. And I would say just like the classic, keep it
That's also true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Maybe
keep
you are
it-
thinking too hard.
keep it simple, stupid. So not even like you can start with small things like where did they last tech, left or right. That's something minuscule and just focus on that. Or alternatively, if you're being too specific, like the way they jumped and then they drifted back and then they did this option 50% of the time, just think about general strategy instead. Like, oh, I see them full hopping a lot. I'm going to start dash shielding and that's it. Don't think about like the specific inputs or like micro interactions. Just think of like more broad general stuff that you could probably change, like without having to be like so specific with your execution or what you're looking for. But yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Cool. Did you feel like that answered your question appropriately? Anything else you probably want to get more out of?
Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to ask. Wash asked me to ask this.
Oh,
Who's
wow.
best Snake Vic?
What?
His best Snake Vic.
It's fucking.
Alright, get the fuck out of here.
It's the Gwyff.
Hey, wait, go on. Answer the question.
And we've answered the question. Thank you very much.
Did you get a
Anthony's,
satisfying answer?
Anthony's answered the question.
Unironically. Did
See
you
you
actually
later.
get a
What did he say?
Huh?
It's the Gwyff, mate.
Did you get a
Can
satisfying
you kick yourself
answer
from
for
the
your-
thing, by the way?
Hey,
No.
you need to leave.
It's
Oh
cool.
my fucking god. I was not happy with that.
All
I
right.
think you guys are stupid as fuck.
What do you mean, dude?
Didn't understand his question at all.
I understood his question. I answered
No.
it.
I think you missed the assignment.
Dude, he is having trouble playing moving his character mechanically when he is thinking about what the opponent's doing.
I'm gonna drag this person in.
So, the answer to this is to solo practice your movement so that you are confident in it.
Yeah.
It is ingrained in your head. That's what I said. And you think this is wrong. And then you were like, the combos. And I was like, dude, we're off the combos, man. We've admitted the mistake.
Okay. Alright.
Xavier
Maybe
Clark
you're
Music.
dumb as fuck. How about
Welcome
that?
to the Dumb4real podcast.
Dude, Ernest the smartest dude in this room.
What is your question, Zav?
Oh my god.
Hello.
Dun,
You got 20
dun,
seconds.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
Hello?
dun, 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 dun.
James?
No?
Dude,
Sav?
is this a bit?
Your
Wait,
call
what?
may be recorded for future.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm muted.
Okay, by the way, I don't know why people in the waiting room are muted.
told
I
them
literally have
to
no
mute.
idea.
I told them
But
Maybe
to
they
why?
just don't want to. They just don't want to talk to each
But
other.
why? What is it doing?
I don't know.
They can have like these two can have a discussion while
But
they're.
maybe they don't.
That's fine then. But like, I don't know why the prerequisite has to be that you are muted. Gold P's unmuted.
Hey, let
Look,
them
they're gonna have
be, man.
Trent's unmuted.
Let,
They're gonna have.
let them be.
No, they're gonna have a conversation. Okay, Zav, what is your question?
So I am not gonna ask the question that
You're
I
FB, by the way. Just ask if you want.
Whoa.
I had my
Yeah.
effect on. Okay. I'm not gonna ask what I asked on Twitter.
Okay. That's a good question.
Yeah, because I was seeing.
Yeah, you had a good question.
We can.
Well, we can do both. But
Okay.
I was actually gonna ask for literally the first time since I've started playing ulti. I pick up Peach and I'm just like, man, I hate this. I'm currently not enjoying playing Peach. What the fuck do I do? Do I just take a break or?
Rock on, man.
What do
Hey,
you do when you're not enjoying your main, essentially?
dude, this is perma
Alright.
Gwyff status.
Yeah, Gwyff. Yeah, alright. Yep. Take the
Okay,
reins.
I actually played Fox in Smash 4, and basically, from like mid 2016 onwards, I like didn't play Fox in friendlies, and always tried to pick up some secondary bullshit character. And the answer is, for me at least, what I found. Well, in Ultimate, obviously I'm a flip flopper, so I'll just swap mains. That's what I do
Every
in
month.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
I straight up would just be like, oh, I'm not enjoying Diddy, I'll play Falcon now, and I'll just swap mains. I'm baller like that. But in Smash 4, really, I played a lot of characters in friendlies, and the thing is that you play Peach in the first place because you've initially like gelled with this character for whatever reason, and the thing is that you'll play. I main Peach, but I'll play Incineroar and Byleth and this and that and this and that and this and that for like 3 hours, and eventually you will straight up like be like, I miss playing Peach for however long. That is what happened
That
to
makes
me.
sense.
I was always like, went through phases where I was like, man, fuck Fox, hate playing Fox. I'll play Mario or Luigi or whatever, and it's like, oh, there is a reason that I play Fox in the first place. This is my favorite character to play. But the thing is that you have played so much more Peach than every other character in this game that it's impossible to not get like slightly bored with it. Like this is what Ernest did, right? Kind of low key. He was just
No,
like,
I basically had the exact same thing.
yeah, you were just like, oh, Lucina's like not it right now. Like I'm just not sort of feeling it. Combination of lockdown. But you were just like, you know what? I'm just gonna play fucking Wolf and Sephiroth and fucking chill out and do whatever. And then you could even tell, like playing friendlies with you, like end of December, you're like, oh, I'll have a few Lucina games, please.
just
You take Lucina
as a
games. Like
treat.
you were
As a treat.
obviously starting to miss playing Lucina.
Yeah.
So like it'll come back to you. That's my answer.
Do you think like playing other characters is basically like a litmus test to how much you actually want to play your main?
Yeah, and sometimes you're like, well, so, like, I stopped playing Snake for a bit and started playing DK in friendlies, and then eventually I was like, dude, my DK is just better than my Snake, and I'm having more fun. So why don't I just play DK instead? And I'm not saying like try and look for another character, but like it could happen, dude. Who knows?
Everyone
you could be the
just-
craziest Pac-Man
Yeah.
no one's ever seen before.
Tim Danko.
Everyone just needs a break from monotony. It's with anything really.
Yeah.
I'm the real best
I
pack.
got this every friendly session, but then I'm like, I miss Palo like 2 games.
You probably like are really hard on yourself to continue playing Peach because
Requires a lot of
Just-
practice.
the
He
way
goes to the most technical character, like.
and like it just makes sense, right? Like I get where you come from, but like honestly, like there's a lot of time to just like you don't really have to worry about like every single tournament stuff. It's okay to like take some time to just chill out, play a whole bunch of other characters. Because at the end of the day, like the enjoyment and satisfaction you get with your character is like matters a lot more than like maintaining like a level of play, and that you will always really easily get back.
Yeah. Conversely, I'm the complete opposite. I'm never bored with Robo. Like, he's my guy. I'll play him till the day I die.
Nah, that might be cap.
I think
It'll
that's cap.
happen.
Yeah.
That's cap.
You play a lot of
said
secondaries.
I play a lot of secondaries, but I love the game. That's the thing as well. But I love Roy. He's too good. What about your other question, Xavier Clark Music?
Yeah, what molds you? What like is the only thing? Like, you know how in bracket everyone's like, yeah, I keep a really calm mind.
You mold me,
I'm just
baby.
like- yeah, I know. That's what I wanted to hear. But what actually like
specific
cuts
things,
through?
not like oh
Players.
yeah, not like
Well,
Did he?
yeah, like Diddy Kong or DDD, like a
it could
concept
be-
or something that molds you.
Okay.
I mean, anything really. It could be like a character or a player, but it's kind of like a cop-out answer.
Yeah,
Or like multiple things.
I have an answer.
I mean, I have an answer, but go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, you go, Connor.
The thing I hate most about this game, or not,
You just switched mics, champ.
Yeah.
You just disconnected your mic.
can't hear you. I can hear you from the next room, but I can't hear the microphone now. All right, how about I go now?
Yeah,
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 you
you
go.
go.
Okay,
You go
okay.
What kind of panics?
All right. This is just a pretty simple one, but it's like you heard the complaining on me on Tuesday, right? It's like it's fucking pancaking in this game or hurt box shifting. I don't know why it feels like an ultimate more than any other Smash game. This game has the most ridiculous hurt box shifting like ever. Like actually, even other fighting game, I can't remember another fighting game mostly that has like just such extreme hurt box shifting. Like for like backing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think.
Wait.
I think
Oh,
it's
we're
we're
back.
back, we're
Yeah,
back.
yeah. See, I told you.
You play.
I do play a character that gets fucked by it as well, which is why it's annoying. But it's like
And you
why
play
just like
and you play exclusively against like me and Pikachu.
like why does like stuff like Peach forward air like put into the ground? Why does Pyro back air like do that? Why does Falco forward air do that? Like there's no reason for these moves are already very good. And why do they also need to like disappear your hurt box?
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty good question.
yeah. Other than that, I mean, what's something in like tournament that will mold me? I need to have more think about it. Maybe
Alright, you know what molds me?
Oh.
Shield safety.
You
Like,
hate playing against me
aerials
then. Oh my god.
That like every character in this fucking game has 4 aerials and they're all -2. Get a fucking job.
yeah.
Parring's
Yeah.
useless. Like, it's so fucking stupid how safe aerials are in this game. It's like
I like it.
actually insane. And I'm like, it's the worst. It's like one of those things like, well, I was about to say, mod. Like, it's honestly like, I don't know what syndrome that is, but it's like, Connor lands on my shield with Roy Fair and it's -4 and I do it. And I land on someone's shield with Diddy Nair and it's -5, but I get fucking shield grabbed when I try to spot dodge. It's like whatever that syndrome is, like that's what I feel. Or like someone lands on me with a -6 and I up smash and they shield it. It's like, there's no way that this is it.
Yeah.
But like it is. And like banana toss is like frame 7 or whatever, and I'm like, oh, you've landed on my shield with this aerial. I should be able to throw the banana, but I haven't.
That's the thing of like whenever it happens to someone else, it's fine, but whenever it happens to me, it's dog shit. Like
Yeah,
in League,
literally.
like when you have a master you on your
it's-
team, it's like
literally, yeah, the junglers, yeah.
yeah, other team fed as fuck. My team is feeding. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
But like with shield
You know,
safety.
I felt that on Tuesday. Actually, another thing that molds me. When I was watching those other sets, all of you were playing so bad. Connor and Jason, you played so bad.
I thought I was
against
playing.
each other.
Well,
Well,
I was playing
I
fine.
played fine, dude.
Yeah, we're playing
I thought
fine.
you guys are playing. No, you guys are making a lot of mistakes. I don't know, just from spectating.
Mid-level mirror.
Like
That's how it
like,
is.
and you just caught like so many SDs. Like, why was everyone just SDing everywhere?
The Connor. Yeah.
Maybe because you're not scary enough.
I
And
take
then-
risks.
but-
Okay.
And then you guys play against me, and you're just like fucking the best players on earth. Like,
Wait, you didn't play against either of us on fucking Tuesday.
No, not you two. Not you two. Oh, I played against you
He
guys.
played. He
other
played
times.
against me. He played against me.
I played against you, Zav. Looks so dog shit versus Corvid.
But you
played
outplayed
super good against
Zav.
me.
You outplayed Zav and lost the second at the tournament.
Dude.
And then
Nah,
yeah,
this is
Corvid-
unwarranted.
this is-
This is unwarranted molding. Hey, we've caught you.
Nah, I think you guys just like. I think you guys are trolling me.
So
against Anthony, I read one roll and he's like, "Oh, you're the best player."
I used to feel this actually. I used to be like, man, Ignis, like you look so shit against everyone else, but you're just like the best player alive versus me. And this is how I feel.
That's the
Alright,
flow
This
effect.
is like sort of like the Anthony thing as
I
well,
s-
where he's like, oh,
I s-
Flo's just
Flo's
the
the
best player
goat.
ever, but like, why is he losing to all these people? I felt
No,
that
I
today,
legit-
low key. I lost to Flo the first set, and I was like, literally don't know how you're losing to people, so you should just be winning.
and then he goes game 5.
Actually,
like,
that molds me as well, low key. Like people I think are good, and it's like, why aren't you just beating everybody?
yeah.
Because like, I'm the best, and you're beating me, so you should just be beating everybody.
Player
I don't
of
get
yes,
it.
man.
I still think that Ignis like has that effect on me. 'Cause, like,
Actually,
Flo's like,
Flo's
bro,
in
I'm
the chat.
trying, man. You're killing me out here.
no lie, I'm like 07 on Ignis. I played him like 5 times in my first 6 tourneys.
He's got
And,
you
like-
downloaded, bro.
And every time that we've played, it's like it goes really close, and then just like game 3, it's like he just fucking turns something on. He just goes god mode, and I just don't hit him for like a minute and a half.
yeah.
I ended up calling it Ignis stocks. And I was like, I just got Ignis stocks, bro.
That is funny.
And I moved.
Ernest, did you
What
answer
molds?
what
What
molds
molds
you?
you, Connor?
Oh, whoa. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I guess
So
I'll
you
answer
didn't. You
first.
didn't. You didn't
Yeah,
answer.
because
Yeah.
you had the
You
mic
just
cut out.
agreed with a bunch of people.
So the thing that I hate most is I wouldn't. It's not an executional thing per se, But it's like when I have a problem mid-set, and like, let's say like Ernest is like F-tilting me, right? And I'm like, man, this tool is like so strong.
Okay, maybe like double Lucina F tilt.
Double Lucina F tilt, yeah.
It's the worst.
That's the worst,
Yeah.
right?
It's
so
the worst
like,
because you can't do anything, dude. You have to just
It's
like
so funny because F tilt beats all three of you.
let me finish.
Yeah.
you jump, the F tilt hits you.
I know, right?
It's
Oh
just
my
stupid.
god. So like, let's say double Lucina F tilt, right?
It's all three of you. That's the problem.
All three?
Ernest is the goat. Okay.
You're playing so. You're mind reading me.
Dude, wait, no way this second F tilt covers F.
All right. So let's say double F tilt happens, right? And I'm like, damn, double F tilt. That's really good. So what I do is I think of like a solution, right? Let's say I'm like gonna full hop over the F tilt, right? And then I do it, I implement it, I execute correctly, and then I still get hit by some other dumb fuck bullshit, and I'm like, well, hang on, I just implemented a solution to this problem and I failed again. Like, it's either this is like impossible, or I'm stupid, or I'm executing. Like, there's too many variables for like why what I just did to change something didn't work, and I don't understand it. And I just get so into my own head where I can't problem solve because there's something wrong, but I can't pinpoint exactly what's wrong. And
Yeah.
I hate it. Yeah.
You sound upset.
I get upset mid-set. That's why I lose. I'm like, dude, this game's too hard. But yeah.
I think I share a similar sentiment. I kind of try my best to accept most of what the game is. Like, pancaking is stupid and annoying, right? But like, it's not really the thing that makes me mope, because the thing that like, because it's like at the end of the day, I realize that it's like my own fault, right? It's like if you're getting angry at like the way a game is, it's like, well, you know, it's kind of like the league thing. It's like you can count 1,000 stupid things, but at the end of the day, it's like you just gotta deal with it, right? It's Dark Souls. But the thing that makes me like super upset is when like I try really hard to kind of like Connor, right? I try really hard to figure out solutions, but where Connor has like an issue with like not just maybe not being able to figure out a solution, but also like you execute it correctly, but then there's a whole bunch of other variables at play that doesn't make sense, right? It's like, for me, it's just the feeling of helplessness when I lose to someone is the single worst feeling like ever. Like when I lose to Bin, right? All the time. And sometimes it's like, that's alright. Like the reasons why I lost this set was clear to me, right? Like, but then there are other sets where I'm like, maybe it's like it's a culmination of like me playing dog shit, he's playing really well. It's tipsy-turvy because like at the end, like some people will just play really well some days and just like it's hard to realize, right? But when the solutions don't seem clear to me, that's when I get really upset, because then it feels like there's nothing you can do to help that, right? Obviously that's not the issue, that's not really the case at all. But when at the moment you've just lost and you're like what the fuck am I meant to do about how this character plays, or what I can do, etc. Or like you start trying to like reason why you lost, and then it just doesn't make sense to you. And the worst part is when the shit cunt is like really bad at giving advice as well, or like they don't like they don't say the things that like
Just at me, man.
no, it's literally not you though. Like it's literally
You
never
can say
been
it,
you.
man. We name names on this podcast.
No, I'm okay. Well, Bin is an example, right? Like Bin will sometimes will say something, and I'm just like it's like I love Bin, right? But it's like sometimes he'll say the same thing he said to me a year ago, and it's just like I hear
cool,
you,
yeah.
but like it doesn't like it feels like you're not hearing me.
Give
It's
me
like,
a fucking answer to Near on the Ledge right now. Come on, Bin. Give it to me.
yeah, right. It's
Come
just
on,
like
bro.
this is really annoying, and nothing. It feels like I can't reach on to anything, and that's the thing that frustrates me so much.
He laughs.
It's just
Yeah.
me
You
with
ask him-
Jason.
You ask
yeah.
him like why something's broken, and he just goes, I don't know.
No, it's not even like he never does that, right? It's like or it's like Jono.
Well,
like,
Bin's one of those players where he's like,
Jono's
he's so
another.
smart that,
Jono's
like,
another one.
He can't even comprehend. He can't even create a sentence to comprehend, like, to explain to you what he's thinking, because he's just such a massive fuck off brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So big brain.
Yeah.
And there are
alright.
players like that. Like sometimes Nick is like goat, like tell you
What's
what's up,
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
and he articulates it really well.
Dude,
Holy
real quick.
fuck.
Thank you so much, Jet, for the raid. Holy shit. Tournamenter, boys. FNS. Oh, we're gonna have so many
Battle
notifications.
Dolphin 1, thank you for the follow.
We're doing Q&A, fellas. Okay.
Congrats, Jix, for winning FNS.
Congratulations, Jix.
Shocker.
If you guys
Congratulations,
want to
Jackson.
ask a live viewer question, you
The
can
real
join
question
the
is,
Discord.
who came second?
Bake, bro one, then bake good.
Wow, there you go. Well done.
Let's go.
What were you saying, Jason?
Yeah.
I've completely forgotten.
Nick.
Nick.
Well,
Nick
Nick's
is
got, like, a
goaded at
massive-
telling you what's up.
Nick's got a massive fuck off brain, but he can articulate what he wants to tell you like really well.
Yeah, he's the goat.
Whereas like Bin like could maybe I've never interacted with Bin like in terms of like asking for advice specifically, but maybe it's like he's also got like a fucking massive brain, but he can't articulate it very well. I've never been good at telling advice, like literally ever. Like after a set,
Yeah.
that's always been my downfall. And like in Smash 4 when I was actually good, like people would ask me all the time. Super annoying. I don't want to give anyone advice. Like I have no idea what's going on.
You've been fine to me. Like I genuinely, it's just like, yeah, like Bin and Jono are like people that like really get on my nerves sometimes.
Alright, so Bin and Jono mold you, okay.
Alright. Is that
Young Link, Young Link molds Ernest.
It's true. It's true. He's the best character in the game.
Does that answer
Thank
your
you for answering
question?
my question.
No problem.
Okay,
Kick
yeah,
yourself
fuck
out.
off.
See you in a
Alright,
bit.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Dude, suck one of them into the void.
Alright, this one?
Alright. Gold Pete.
Yeah, you would.
Gold Pete.
I will.
Yeah,
I could
give
have.
him one.
Okay, I straight up could have predicted in what order you want to bring this people in, by the way.
That's fucked
There
up.
is no.
This
lack
man
of
puts in
bias.
so much community work. I have to. Welcome to the podcast,
Hey, up.
Gal.p. How are we?
So, yeah, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. What's your question?
Yeah, so after Mod's question regarding expanding the scene and new players, I wanted to ask something on a slightly similar note, but a little more personal. I don't think there'll be another chance for something like this to be addressed, just because I think you guys are relatively humble. But we've gotten to know some of the origin stories of a number of your guests, so I was hoping to hear some of the origin stories from you guys, the hosts, about your Smash careers. Like, how did you join Smash? What are the types of challenges you faced? Who or which groups made you feel at home and want to come back? Because you guys were talking about earlier how you mentioned the potential struggles and turnoffs of being an O2er, so I want to know what were your reasons for coming back to the scene.
Wow.
Let's start.
Well, I was
we
a
kind of
guest.
already talked about this, right?
Well, I was a guest, so I've already explained this. So I'll let you.
Yeah, Jason's already said this, already explained.
Alright,
But, like,
Ernest. What's your gut
But I-
story?
I think
Well,
Ernest is.
I thought I already explained it as well.
Oh, this is
in
pretty
previous
documented.
podcasts.
It's Connor and I basically could.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
Anthony.
mainly mostly for Connor and Noot, because
Yeah.
Jason did explain his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you want to go first?
No,
you
you
go
go.
first.
Tasmania.
Okay, okay. All right, yeah. So I'm a bit different because I started in Tasmania, and I've been playing Smash my whole life, right? So I've been playing since the game I was like 2 years old. So I always knew and I was gonna buy Ultimate no matter what. But basically, I knew I wanted to join competitive. Basically, when the game got announced. So I was like, all right, I just prepped. I was watching Smash 4 sets, just watching content, watching like a lot of like Zero's YouTube videos, like on basically how to prepare for Ultimate and stuff. And then I heard. Then actually, so like I think that 6 months before the game came out, I entered a league, like a LAN league tournament, and actually the whole opponent team that I played against, like I think most of them played Smash Bros. Basically all the top like Smash players, and then we played Smash 4. Like I remember playing. One guy said like, "Oh, I've never played this game. You want to play with me?" I was like, "Oh, Smash!" I was like, okay, like I played that game, even though I sold my Wii U like a year ago. So I just like got the gamepad and like picked Cloud and like.
You would pick Cloud.
He's such
No,
a
Cloud's my
cloud.
name. Yeah. And then he asked.
That's obvious.
No, he asked me. He tricked me. He's like, "Oh, what's the best character in the game?" I don't know. I said like, "Oh, it's Bayonetta." And then I went like last hit with him. This was saying him. I don't know if you know this player, but like, I didn't know who he was.
Wait, the league player that you played against was Sanem.
Yeah, so like most of them
that's
were like,
so
That's
funny.
crazy.
That's
I
really
think
good.
there's another player, Rip. You guys know Rip.
Yeah, Ripto, yeah.
Yeah. So I played against them. We smashed them in the league, by the way. Like fucking destroyed.
That's funny.
Yeah, but Yeah, so I played that, and I was like, oh, this Smash people exist in Hobart. I just didn't think that would happen. And then I don't know, I just looked up Facebook pages. It's like, where to go. There's one at there's two in the city essentially. I saw clips of Luma destroying people with melee Captain Falcon. It's like, oh, maybe because I thought I was hot shit basically. I'm on the for glory. I was winning most of my matches. I swear, and then but I was pretty determined to always get good, right? Because I'm good at I've been playing my whole life. I thought I was the best player on the planet when I was 9 years old. I was like, no one can
no one can beat me.
No one can play a Brawl Sonic like me. Just running around and get I get those final smashes the best. And then I went went to my first tournament. I was like, all right. I went close. I'm gonna come back next time, obviously, even though I didn't talk to anyone. And then I obviously just the more you tend, the more close you get to people, the better you get. And my progression was fairly steady, upwards. I literally did better every single tournament, and got to new people better every single tournament. So it wasn't. I never had a reason to stop, essentially. And then first 6 months, I get PR'd fourth or something. I was like, all right.
Damn.
Obviously, let's try and get second place next time. First was always gonna be impossible, but I was like, all right. Once I get to second, I'll be content with my placement. And then I don't know. I was a top player, so obviously I'm gonna attend. And I enjoy the game. I've always just inherently enjoyed Smash Bros.
Damn. And you've never looked back
my
since.
favorite franchise. Yeah, never looked back since. Now moved for Vic.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, when people say what's your favorite franchise, I also say Smash Bros.
Yeah.
It
was not my favorite game, but this is my favorite franchise.
Yeah. As weird as that sounds. Damn, bro.
So do you think that rising to the top of Tasmania at the rate that you did would have impacted your love for the game? Or would you say if you grew up in, say, Victoria, where that might have been a lot longer of a journey, considering, how popular and how dense and even, the grind culture? Unless, I don't know if that was
honestly, I don't think I was that bad at the game. I probably could have, got showcased within two attempts, 2 seasons. And then I would have been ranked way lower. I wouldn't have been 4th in the state. I would have been 39th or whatever. But I would have been all right, that's cool. And then I would have progressed slowly. I reckon the process would have been the same. In fact, I might have even enjoyed it better. And I might be better now, if I started Victoria. Honestly, I think living in a weak region kind of stunts you a bit. But who knows how it would have been who would have been friends with and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's too hard to say. But yeah, I don't know, Connor, you wanna?
Well, the only reason you're friends with Connor is because you're a top player moving here.
It's true.
Well, yeah, exactly, because Connor's only friends with top players.
I'm only friends with top players, it's true.
Yeah. And now I'm not top player in Vic, I'm basically
even with you being my roommate, I
Dude,
neglect you for friendlies.
He moved in when the showcase came out. What's that about?
That is so funny. Dude, Ernest, you popped open the wine. That is crazy.
Shout outs to my cousin from Hong Kong.
Oh my god. Is it white?
Mm-mm.
Fuck that.
Sangiovese, mate. What is it?
Pinot Grigio.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
What's your story, mate?
Alright.
Which will go,
I think it was 2014 when Smash 4 came out. I was in school and I had a friend group, right? And it was year 8, new the classes changed and everything. And I was
that red one seeping through the room, dude.
So
my God.
What the fuck?
The headphones.
Yeah, in year 8 when the classes changed, there was this guy who seemed pretty cool. His name was Koi. And I'm like, what's good? And he's like, yo, what's good? And we talk and stuff. And one day at recess or whatever, he's like, yeah, I play Smash Bros. I'm like, yo, that's my favorite game from Brawl. I'm fucking sick. And he's like, nah, fuck you, I'm sick. And then we set it up to this thing where I come to his house alone just to play Smash. And we played I played Game & Watch Wario into his Falcon for 3 hours. And it was the most close competitive thing ever for a 14-year-old Connor. And I'm like, wait, holy shit, this is so enticing. I want to be better than this guy. So obviously then it starts, I watch all the YouTube videos and everything. And then we have Smash at Koi's every Friday. About 8 of us will go every single Friday. after school, and we
Were
play
you
like
playing with items? Like
we
or-
played like
were-
items, and then we do like serious 1v1s at like the end of the night.
Oh, so you guys actually did do serious 1v1?
Yeah, and then we did that
Oh,
for
okay.
like years, and then we had this one kid named Lucas Doralis, shoutouts, and he came over and he played PM, and I'm like, yo, what's PM? And he's like, yeah, this, and this. Do you know about tournaments? I'm like, no. And then he like shows us like videos. I'm like, oh shit, there's like tournaments in Victoria. Rock up to SAS one day. This guy was here probably. Talk to Jack Gorman. Jack, first thing he calls me is like, yeah, what's up, cunt? And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? He's like, what's your tag? Chumba. Go with that one for a bit. Stick around to SAS, only with friends. And then they'd stop like coming, and then I'd keep going with like the Mizu boys, with like Mikey Card, Koi Fish and stuff. And then I went to a rambout one day, and then there was Roa, and I watched Roa on my own time. I'm like, oh shit, dude, Rivals, that's like my other favorite game that I haven't bought yet. I just wanted to try it out. And then I got into that for a couple of years, and then I got PR and everything, and then I just came back to Smash because stuff happened. So yeah. And then
Nice.
I met up with uni people. Now Smash is kind of my life. It's hooked up. Yeah. That's it.
No, that's awesome. No, I mean, did you have any like challenges that you sort of faced, like on your Smash journey? I guess, like,
Yeah.
I know you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like,
Yeah?
Basically, most of Launceston did not like me at all. For like, I actually kind of don't know
That's
why.
fucked up,
Like, even
actually.
if But there
They
was
just
some,
don't like you.
There was
Is wait,
some,
so
like-
is Launceston like
It's like
is that like the equivalent of like
It's a state.
Sunshine in Victoria?
Looneyville?
Well, it's like it's a lot further away. Like it's like 2.5. It's like Geelong, but
Right, but okay, it's like
more-
Geelong.
it's
like-
closer to Geelong.
Fuck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
You don't know why they did
There
that.
was some growing pains. I'm fine with most of them now. That's fine. But I was like, it was really weird. So like, I kind of just hung out with like Luma and Craw most of the time. And like,
Crawl, fun fact, came to
Oh.
a JML
oh really?
EBS thing. He was just like none of us knew who he was, but he was a chiller. So shout out.
Yeah. No, he was great. I'm so sad. Like he stopped playing basically as soon as COVID ended. He was my doubles partner as well. I probably would have entered majors of doubles of him. Ness goes hard and dubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. His nest went hard.
All right.
Yeah.
I had 3 challenges. Oh, sorry. You go.
Yeah, that was basically challenges. Just trying to like, I don't know. It's like, oh, how do I get along with people that don't like me? I don't know. Or they hate me for the character. Yeah, no, I definitely got character hate as well. I didn't know that existed.
Palatino.
Like, yeah, people do not like Palutena. Like for the longest time there, they probably still don't like Palutena, but it's like whatever. It's like, oh, you do Nair, dude. That's like unbeatable. I think you're bad and carry. It's like,
That's
alright.
crazy.
I had it raw back then. Jesus.
Damn.
Damn. That's like a life skill as well. Just dealing with people that
Well,
like
it was
don't
weird
like what you're
because
about.
also Luma played Palutena, so it's like.
But they liked him.
Yeah, right? That's like the most weirdest thing.
But they loved him. Like,
It's like yeah, I
It's
can't.
the golden
Yeah.
child, dude.
yeah, he's the
The
golden
prodigy.
child.
Yeah.
And I was never meant to be good. Like they didn't want me to be good.
It's like the other man shoots the gun and you don't point a finger.
Yeah.
It's like, huh? I don't get it. But yeah, that's so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Damn. I had 3 challenges, if I were to be specific. 1, my buddy Koifish, who, by the way, Jess can tell you, with like Vic Smash Law, rocked up after a couple of months
And was way better than
and was way, way, way better than me and got like 28th on the like his first
so much
showcase.
ridiculously better than Connor. It's embarrassing
It was
that they were even friends.
I was losing to P9's Puff in pools, and Koifish was going game 5 with Ignis. Like, it was not funny. And Ignis was like top 5 in Vic at the time.
It's like the your best friend's a monkey and you're like
Yeah.
really pretty.
My, like, what was that show called? My Best Friend's Monkey, or like.
Rick and Morty.
Fuck you, dude.
Sure. Yeah, so it's like, I wanted to be better than this guy for like years, like 3 years at least. And I just couldn't do it. No matter how long I tried, it was such a big mental block of like, dude, maybe I'm just not good at video games or something like that. Like he was
Yeah.
just, and he didn't even practice was the fucked thing. He just had like osmosis and would watch like Naruto
Kaido,
VODs
bro.
and like actually just do this shit. And I'm like,
It's actually just Kaido.
Kaido, so annoying.
yeah. So I'm like, well, that's cool. So that was one problem. The second problem was I played Roa at the time, and I was trying to juggle the two games. Like, obviously, I got a lot better at Roa, and I played a lot more of it. And like, I still went to the Rani to compete in both, and I wanted to get better at both. But like, I don't know, both those things are like pretty big time commitments. Being new to like competition like that, I would say that like, that gave me a bit of trouble for like a while trying to overcome that. And the last thing was being young as well. Like being young in Smash is like fun, but it's also low-key a barrier to the rest of the scene. Like, I can't really go out with people, or I struggle to like really branch out friendships with others, because not only of like not being 18, but also and being like an annoying kid, but also like I was low-key stuck with my high school friends, because if they were there, obviously I was gonna spend time with them, because like they don't know anyone. Like we kind of just stick as a clump, and that kind of like what do you call it, restricted like what I could do in the scene, and that's like investment and like my enjoyment and stuff as well. But yeah.
So what got you because since you were, I guess, like better at Roa than you were at Smash, what was it that I don't know if you've mentioned this before actually, but what was it that like pushed you into, you know, Smash being the forefront? Like, was there any particular people or?
His other game died, dude.
Loki died. I kind of
Yeah.
accomplished everything I wanted in that game, and it was really fun. But then when Vic, I kind of realized like my next step was to play internationally, and then when we sent people over, to America, like the best we had was like 17th at a major.
Who
And I'm like-
did you send?
We sent like Gabe twice, Neeson, SNC, Osu.
Yep.
Like all these guys, like I was competing with, right? And like I know what they're about. But I'm like, if I really want something out of this game, like I want to be the best. Like I want to top 8 a major, and is that feasible for me from where I am now? And it wasn't. Next thing is I'd go to a local, 12 people would rock up, I'd get like first or second. That's not very. And I played the same people every week, and then like, there's only so many people you interact with in a community. You just get like lunch, and that was about it. And then the only other things you look forward to are like majors, which is like 30 people. And like, I don't know, it's not even just size, but like the type of community it is as well. Like,
Right, I was gonna ask that, like, you know, because say even if Roa died, like you could still, you know, hypothetically have still hung out with the people there, but
Yeah.
so you could, I don't know, I guess it's now that point where you reckon you could see yourself hanging out with the Smash fellas, even if you say hypothetically quit the game.
I could see myself having Smash friends as like lifelong friends, but I wouldn't particularly see that the same with Roa. Maybe because like with the scene being larger, there's a high probability that you would just find those types of people that you would like vibe with longer, I guess. But I love that game to death, and if it had the same size as Smash, I would play that over Smash, for sure. Where is P9's question?
I'm trying to have a look. P9's question doesn't exist.
Alright, fuck you.
But that's probably.
Anything else specifically, Trent?
No, that's it. Thanks, that was awesome. Thanks
Hey,
for having
thanks
me,
for the
of course.
question, man.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
Wait, P9 doesn't get priority.
it's
either.
like you've been in this situation yourself. Check out Galpy's YouTube channel if you haven't
Wait,
already.
don't do that. Don't do that.
All right.
Right.
Keep
Nah,
up.
thanks for that. Julie says hi. She loves watching it.
Hi,
We
Julia.
all watch it together. I'll catch us.
See ya.
So yeah, thanks for the question.
Mate, we've
That was a
got-
really nice question.
Yeah. We get to self-indulge, which we do a lot, actually.
I didn't answer the question.
I mean, you've answered in the past. All right, we've got.
I never heard of that, but actually I think I did. Yeah, I did. Never mind.
So this is our last.
Our last person in the waiting room, unless if other people want to jump in.
Nah, this is it.
This is it? You're cutting that?
Well, it's been an hour 40 and we need 20 Twitter questions as well.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as this loads in. Our internet's so bad. Hello, and welcome to the Dumb4real podcast.
No procking, thank you for the follow.
How are we, Gravity?
We're good. Really tired, actually.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
The exhaustion has just hit me in the last. Anyway,
Yeah, sorry
So-
to keep you waiting, but yeah.
no, it's fine. So we're doing a lot of, you know, concentration onto, you know, preparing for BAM, doing solo practice, all that stuff. But one thing that I've really been struggling with, and I think a lot of players would be as well, is just, I guess, mental state, especially in a match, like trying to follow through with your game plan and your technicality, all that stuff. So how do you solo practice mentality?
Ooh.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit.
I don't have the answer. I want to know the question.
Honestly, tournaments.
Hey, dude, it's just guts.
It's just guts. No, high key experience in tournaments. It's just something that comes over time.
Experience is like the biggest answer.
Yeah.
You just have to keep going. You have to keep low-key getting your ass kicked. You gotta kick some asses yourself.
Because
yeah, man.
You can't train, like, you can't replicate the stakes of what it's like to be in, like, Game 5 when, like, the bracket is on the line. Because the only time you feel that is when you're in bracket. Yeah, money match is a good answer. But it's not the exact same, you know what I mean? Or, like, a PR
it
win,
is.
or the no, but it's
$5 is
not.
so good, dude.
Nah, it's not the same.
I'm okay to lose a money match to fucking... Oh, I'm about to throw someone on
Look,
the bus.
I don't know.
Thank
I
you,
have a
mate.
lot of pride. When I lose a money match to P9, I feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
And I'm like, run that shit back, you
But
fuck.
that pride is there in bracket, but then on top of that, I've got a fucking smear on my record against this person, which I don't want. Because when this guy looks at it, he's like, fucking Connor's lost to Piggins 3 times. You know? Like, what's going on here, mate? And I don't want that, but I'm okay to lose money, okay? But not... I want to know, because everything's on the line in tournament. I want to be better than you, okay? And that's when it matters.
Okay,
So,
well, that just is very easy. What is something that really matters to you, Gravity? Like, what is a stake for you?
For me, it's improvement. So basically, what I'm trying to do out of a set most of the time is beating people who are better than me, making upsets, kind of like being able to, I guess, see improvement and know, I guess, get results for it.
I'll rephrase the question. Like, what is something that like matters to you that like if you lost, you'd be like, well, that sucks a lot.
whoa.
You
Hang
just
on.
put that, you just make it into like an X match. Does money matter to you?
No.
Getting an
That's
upset,
so
though.
fucking crazy, man. I fucking hate. Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
Tournaments matter
if
more
mon-
than money, bro.
If money didn't matter, I wouldn't money match you.
Dude, I fucking care about money matches a lot.
No.
Not when you're on this end. Then it's solved.
When I was working like 5 hours a week, I still cared about money matches. But that's just me. Like, yeah, like, do you have like something that you can put on the line into like a match to replicate that, like, high stakes mental?
Well, there's.
Why is that so funny?
No.
No, Bin told me to get a job.
Sure.
I mean,
Go on.
there's the fact that I'm out of the tournament and I don't get to play any more bracket matches anymore. That sucks. I don't know. Maybe it is just pride in my case. I just want to be good.
I agree. And that only counts with tournaments. That's why you just gotta grind the tournaments out. You gotta P9 out. And just... Or not go to a bunch, but it'll come with going. That's what I reckon.
Read the
So I guess the. Sorry, go.
No, just read the in the game of tennis. That's it. Mental solved.
Low key.
And read Berserk.
That is. Don't read the inner game. Like, you can if you want. It's
Watch
not
the
gonna
summary
fix-
video.
Read the
It
Daigo
literally
book.
will not fix your problems, by the
Read
way.
the Daigo book then. Read the will to keep on winning. I think that's the.
Read a book.
Read the Art of War.
Yeah.
That's the shittest advice. Like, it's
Okay,
just like, oh yeah, guys, thanks for waiting an hour for
No,
this question.
legitimately the advice...
Read a book.
No, listen, legitimately the advice is you need to keep getting into those scenarios and getting experience. And you find that out the hard way. It's
Right.
like, because, like, I remember when I was coming up as, like, a player, and I was like, oh, like, Nick or Earl or Attila, like, how do you deal with fucking, like, I'm shaking in, like, last hit scenarios, I can't play properly. And, dude, it doesn't stop. Like,
It's true.
All
I bet you MK
every
Leo's
player, yeah, Leo, everyone,
Jono.
dude. You are shaking because you are nervous because you are hungry to win. It does not stop. It's just something you have to like get over.
You learn to deal with it better.
Yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
learn to. It's basically you learn to live with it, but it never goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you still shit your pants as like 6 years into a game, but you like freak out while making decent decisions over
Yeah.
time.
I even
Right.
I remember Jono. Oh, you can account for a personal thing as well.
Oh, dude,
and it's-
Jono freaks the fuck out. Have you seen some of the Game 5 sets he's played? Where he's just like jumping up and down. He's like whiffing hit confirms, and I'm like, Jono, what are you doing? Oh
You're
my
supposed
god.
to be a rock man. Yeah, but like,
Like,
I remember
even
asking him
even God's bleed.
personally, like
Oh
even
my
before
God.
like big tournaments, he's like before a top 8, it's like, bro, I'm nervous as
But
fuck.
the thing is, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what Ernest was saying. Like, you learn to live with it, because like Jono, when he was on the come up, was such a fucking ball of anxiety at like every big tournament, just a complete nervous wreck. Always like freaking out if he lost, like it like crazy pop off if he won, just like a big ball of tension for like 2 years, and then like obviously as he's been like the best player in Ultimate for like 3 years, he's like obviously deals with it better, but it's still like the same. The blueprint is still the same, right?
You can still
Yeah.
see that kid in him.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Where he's just
You can-
freaking out.
You see like a Twitter post like after the tournament being like, Ben's gonna give me a heart attack. I'm gonna not be able to go to America because of it.
yeah.
Like you see him after OHN, and he's like he's devastated, right? And it's just
Yeah.
that doesn't go away. You need to. It's about how quickly you are at accepting that you're gonna live with this and make the most out of it. You know.
Yeah. Well, back what you said about, I guess, when you're in that situation, sometimes you freak out a bit. Like, I guess would a possible way of like dealing with it better just to be having a better play state or better base plan to fall back to when you do end up freaking out?
I think that's really hard to ask for, personally. But I think to kind of, I think the way that I've found that helped me a lot, right, was in Smash 4. I kind of like someone told me something, and I realized was just like the other person is literally the same as you.
Yeah.
They are also
yes.
freaking out. It's not just you, right? The
Unless
other
they're
person
PR.
is no, even the PR person arguably has more at stake. When the PR person is like fucking in like a last hit situation with you, they are also freaking out. And once you realize that you're both the same, like it's not just you, that helps a lot in kind of like even the mental playing field.
You're just humans, bro.
Yeah.
We're all just guts, dude.
See, that's weird though, because like in one of the VODs I watched of my matches last week, I was actually realized, okay, here I am waiting. They're freaking out. I'm almost one hit away from winning this set. They're freaking out. Why aren't they making any mistakes? And then eventually they make a comeback. I start freaking out, and they make the comeback. So like, it's yeah.
Nah, they're
I feel
freaking
like-
out too.
I mean, they are freaking out. That's like the sort of generalization of this answer. Is just that like
They're used to it.
you you freak out, but like you control. You've learned to control yourself enough to where like your hands still listen to your brain, basically.
I think replicating a lot of high stakes environments helps with that really
Yeah.
really well.
45-minute
and
league games, man.
legit something like that is contrary to what a lot of people say. Taking friendlies really seriously genuinely helps with this. It's one of the things that like you benefit from when you take every single friendly you play like life and death, right? Obviously you lose a lot, but if you can control like the amount you care about the end, you don't, that's like a perfect balance, right? But like if you treat a friendlies game as if it was a set game, as if there's a lot to count for, right? You develop like you basically create more set scenarios for you to like get better at dealing with this scenario. And then at the end of the day, it's just a numbers game. It's like how many hours have you put in this scenario? And the more hours you have, the better you'll get at this. It's really that simple. You can't really like get around it, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope Does that answer your question?
In other words, you can't solo practice mental state. Go to more tournaments.
Well, you practice it through experience. It's a different
Yeah.
type of practicing.
Yeah, and if you treat friendlies similarly, then
And if you can replicate that scenario, then you can for sure like
yeah,
do it.
pretty much.
All right.
And if you read Berserk.
And read
And read Berserk and the Inner Game of Tennis and the Art of War. Alright,
Alright.
say hi to Tom for us.
All right, I'll do money matches so I can raise money to buy those books and read them.
That's exactly
Hey.
it.
Oh, he's a genius.
No. Oh. Alright.
Yeah, see you later.
Alright.
I actually get P9. This is the last one. Yeah.
Did you move
this is the
Did
last
you
one.
move Tom in?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Why
Fuck
would
you,
you
Tom.
move Tom in? Come on,
Fuck
man.
you. I just.
Why would you say fuck him, but then
Alright.
move him in?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
What's your question?
Oh, can Gelpy?
We already asked that.
Are you drinking?
No. No. We want to know. Why does the gamba, like gatekeep all the
Tom is currently very drunk. For
What is
the
that? That's a
record.
serious question. But
And that's why you have a screener, Ernest.
yeah.
That's why we have a screener, yeah. That's alright.
All right.
That's funny.
That is very funny. You get. Hey, if you want the answer to that question, you can DM me personally. There we go.
DN.
DMs are open.
DMs are open.
My DN is open.
All right, we're gonna do some quick rounds.
Oh,
what are
some?
they called? A few.
It's been 2 hours,
Honestly,
dude.
honestly, do Larry's question. I think in the.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, do Larry's question, then we're fucking
I'll
off.
actually like the question.
All right, so Laurie's question. Actually, do you wanna read it out?
With all the character patches for the game completed and the game being
3 years oldish.
Larry can't type. Okay. For the game completed and the game being 3-ish years old, is there much more to discover? Jesus Christ, man! Is there much more to discover and develop with characters, or will it be on players to show the potential of underrated characters through existing strategies and their play?
Some may include Marthcore and Pit Inkling.
So basically, how long till the meta's solved? Can there be underrated characters that are discovered to be broken, or who without the use of patches? I guess.
Well, yes. The answer is yes.
Well, the answer is yes, because this game is like fucked up, and like every character is good.
Well, actually, I wanna ask. Let's go back to like Smash 4. When was that game? Was that game ever solved before Ultimate came out?
Yes,
You reckon?
When was that point?
probably like as Ultimate was announced.
So do you think there was like no room for?
I
like, any-
think if that game had another 2 years,
Yeah.
you would be seeing Bayo Cloud basically everywhere. And I think that's what top level would be. Oh my god, it's Mr. Baldy. Holy fuck.
Mr. What?
Mr. Baldy, bro.
Oh.
It's only you guys that can see this.
No, it's not.
You could also.
What are
say
you
this.
talking about?
But whatever, bro.
Who cares?
So like, Jesus Christ. Move. Okay. So the thing is that the meta in itself was solved because I think Cloud and Bayo, more specifically Bayo, was like just it. Like that was just the play. And the only character who could really deal with it was like Sheik, maybe Diddy, maybe Marth, and like Cloud. So like, Bayo was only going to get better. Like if you let all these fucking Bayo players, like the 4 main ones, and then like Leo and Tweak picked her up as well, like at the end. So you have the 2 best players in the world playing her. You have like 5 of the top 10 playing her. You'd probably get more as like shit went on. And if they developed even more stuff, like right at the end of the game, they found out that like falling
Rise
up
of the
there is-
Toon Links, mate.
Dude, they found. Oh, Toon Link also was actually decent into that character.
Wait, really? Oh,
yeah,
man.
but
Toon Link's
Toon Link's
stops
best
are
player
going
got cancelled, so like bad luck. They only found out at the end of the game that like falling up air is like the truth
Damn.
to like combo. It's like what if they
Like
just like
Bayo?
find something else? Yeah, Bayo.
Yeah. Oh.
Like they kept doing like falling up air like at the end of the game. So like, in terms of like, there is never going to be a character in this game that is like. Every other Smash game has like a character or two characters where it's like over centralizing. So like you're never gonna have Fox Falcon, like Fox Marth. You're never gonna have Meta Knight Ice Climbers, and you're never gonna have fucking Bayo Cloud in this game. It's just not gonna happen, in my opinion. I think the only possible character that could have happened was like pre-patch Moon Moon.
No.
I think like
No.
if they develop stuff for this, like if patches stopped and this game lived forever, like I think that was the only character who had potential.
I've actually got a theory of like how this game is going to go in like if this game exists for a long time. I think top level will be like counter pick wars.
I can see that.
Like, it's kind of already starting to happen, like already, and I think so. I think like it maybe in like who knows, maybe a year, like top level reps will have like 3 characters, and you will pick the optimal one.
It's because like
whatever their
top tiers are so easy, and also like they all just like randomly lose to like 4 low tiers.
Yeah.
Like, and that's obviously like a bit like hyperbolic, but like they all have losing matchups, like multiple losing matchups.
Yeah.
Whereas like in previous games, like the top 3 characters in the game only lost to each other, or like a -1 versus some fuck off random character.
Based off how balanced this game is, how ridiculously balanced, there are so many like range of characters that can straight up beat meta relevant characters. You know, like every single top tier has like weird, like has a plethora of like losing matchups. Even like the best of the best, you know, they have like in previous games it would be like the best character in the game would probably might have like 1 losing matchup or like 2 or like very, and then you think like in this game like the best characters in the game, that is by the way like like it's hard to like argue that there's one over the top, right? Even those characters have a bunch of evens, have a bunch of like people would argue over like how many losings. Like they are very beatable when you compare them to what else has been, right?
I think also the fact that there isn't like a uncontested best character in the game.
That says a lot about a game.
Yeah, because normally there is
3
some
years,
fuck
3 years
off.
in.
Normally there is some fuck off like complete bullshit that's just been added to a game for like no reason. And you can argue that Aegis will eventually become that, but like right now, obviously, like that's not the case. And when your best, and when the best, like when borderline the best player in the world drops like potentially the best character in the game, for like
for Byleth.
No, for fucking no. I'm talking. Okay, well that's also another point. But I was talking about
how weird is that?
Spargo
to
basically
Cloud,
swapping
right?
to Cloud, right?
Yeah. It's a good sign, basically, for that.
And like and Leo swaps to Byleth instead of Joker. Like,
It's like when the top tier person that's meant to try to win decides the more optimal strat
and tweak
is
low key
to,
as well.
Yeah, it's like the more optimal strat is to forego the optimal thing and to trust the heart of the cards. That says a lot about like the balancing of this game, right?
Like tweak
it's
low
like,
key swap from like.
It's like imagine if Tweak swap from like Bayo to like Donkey Kong, like perma just Donkey Kong or perma just Bowser Jr. in Smash 4. It's just like that doesn't exist, you know. But in this game, like Loki can, right? If you could treat the comparison, like, not like I think so I think this game has like a shit ton to develop, like a metric fuck ton. Way more than the previous ones, partially because COVID is huge. COVID stifled a lot of the meta. Obviously, the meta developed with online, right? Online is something that is completely relevant to the meta's development, but it for sure, like, 3 years of ultimate lifespan is not the same as 3 years in Smash 4, I think.
No.
Right? It is huge. And if you look at a game like Melee, right? I think that Melee is really good to compare for Smash games as a precedent of being like, it doesn't matter whether you have no patches or not, right? Like, human ingenuity will always prevail and it will always push the meta.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
further and further and further. Like,
it's
that's
literally the
why.
perfect example.
That's why I think it's you're stupid to think that Sheik and Marth aren't like going to be the future of this game.
They are the end game.
Because they are it's like you've had this precedent of like summoning salt Melee, like human adaptability prevails, right? 20xx, etc., etc., etc. And like you look at Marth and you look at Sheik. Sheik's already like people are thinking already, kind of slowly thinking like, no, this character is probably the future, right?
Yeah.
And like, and people
Sonic.
like
Yeah.
Sonic, Moth, right? Like people were thinking like Tweak was crazy for thinking like this. People were thinking like even some of like the Vic Fox were like thinking like I was stupid for thinking
Name
like
names.
Moths, like etc. Right? Like
Probably not.
it's just like
Probably names.
Yeah, I was always
like you have to be like so stupid to just not look at history and be like, in this game, right? Like how can you not see it? You know,
Well-
there's so much to, and the thing is, it's a testament to society. It's like people literally need to see something to believe it, and it's like you're so uncreative. It's embarrassing. Like
It's optimal.
like the only like Corrin is not talked about because no one picks her up. But if Leo picked Corrin up, like if you flip the coin and it was like Byleth Corrin, right? Byleth
the
happens
same.
in our timeline. Corrin happens in the next time. It's the same, guarantee.
Yeah.
Right? It's unfathomable. Like, and people will be like, "Oh, Corrin's like top 15. Oh my god! Like near up air. Oh, this her juggle game's
I mean,
ridiculous."
I'll name
but
a name.
right, go.
I mean, in 2019, Snake was the most popular character in the game,
Yeah.
and Ghost thought Snake was top 1. And then
He's a
2 years
recency
later,
bias. Fuck yeah.
Rob and Roy are the most popular characters in the game, and
Yeah.
he thinks Rob and Roy are top 2.
Yeah.
And he also thinks Byleth is like top 7 or something.
Yeah.
So get a job.
Yeah.
I like that
seriously,
one,
right?
Yeah.
It's
It-
like
It's like
you can't change your opinion so so conveniently
nice.
with
That
the
sound
meta that consistently, you know.
I wanted to quickly add on though. I think to be more specific with what Larry I think was trying to get at was what specific characters we think has
so
a
our
lot-
read.
So yeah, so we've already mentioned
Sheik,
yeah,
I
Marth
mean,
Sheik,
it's so obvious, but
like
Steve, Loki.
Steve for sure. I think
I'd have to look at the roster.
I think Rats
Yeah, we all
still have
there's
some
too many
way
characters.
to go, just quietly.
you know what? After looking, I
Is your
remember
answer
Ernest-
Pikachu?
Yeah.
Get a job.
that's a good one. No, that's still a good one.
Oh my
actually.
fucking god, bro.
Shut up, bro.
You know what's funny? I remember talking to Ernest like 6 months ago about like we'll talk about Footstool Gun and Joker. Remember? And how I
Dude,
said,
you're
like,
such a fucking
I
sheep.
remember, like, dude, no one's really ever done this before. Like, it's literally not practical because
You're
no one's
such
ever
a
done it.
sheep.
And then, have you guys been checking?
And
points
then
for that?
Void's
Yeah.
done it 5
Dude,
times.
Void's doing it. I'm like, this is so broken. This is the future right here. Like,
Okay, my first answer is like
dude, Joker's
everyone's-
actually from the future. Like,
Dude.
Everyone's already starting to write Sephiroth off, but I think that character's broken.
well, that's because like Tweak and Chuck and Charles.
Yeah,
have
I
been,
know, but like,
no,
give it time, dude. And also,
But that's the thing.
Lucario.
That's the thing. It's literally recency bias, but inverse. Everyone has recency bias for like why a character isn't this
I know, I
what,
can't
right?
find the
But
DLC.
then recency bias works the same way when someone drops a character.
Pokemon Trainer, bro.
True.
Well, the Quid, but now Quid's like the stocks are back up.
Yeah,
now.
but it's not
Okay.
Tweak. All right, yeah, Quid, but it's not Tweak though. It's like still like, it's still less character representation at top level.
It's like
What are you
my
doing? Yeah.
my stocks of that character. Basically, as soon as like
Bro,
7 main
400 by 225.
dropped.
What the fuck are you guys looking at?
The roster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, everyone thought Shulk was broken at the start of the game because he is, and then no one ended up picking Shulk, so now everyone's forgotten about Shulk. Nice. Greninja, lol, this character's broken.
Disagree.
Snake
Meta Knight?
is still broken.
I think Greninja's actually just solved.
Is he
Like,
capped? Do you?
No
What's-
way.
I think
What-
no,
what-
I don't think Greninja's
Solved by
capped.
fucking
No, no,
who, dude?
I don't think Greninja's capped, but I think if you just look at the character's kit, right? I think the character is really good, but his best trait is it's like he's like limited. He doesn't have breadth in terms of like being able to deal with a lot of different matchups, I think.
I'll say that every day that passes, I feel more confident as Greninja. But like,
I think Wolf is the Wolf.
No.
People forget, but Wolf is like.
I mean,
legit.
everyone still thinks Wolf is good. Okay,
I
haven't.
No,
I think it's capped. I think it's capped.
That's the thing. People don't think Wolf is as good anymore.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
I-
bullshit.
That's bullshit.
But it's bullshit because this character
Okay,
will
I have
has
an
and
actual-
always will be top 5
I
in
have
the game.
I have a good answer. I have an actual answer. Bayo.
Yeah. I see
Nah,
it.
that's cap.
No,
Dude,
dude,
like-
Rukins
Dude.
comes in with something new
Dude,
every
no,
week.
it's Loki. It's Loki watching Lima, but like This character has just like Sheik syndrome, where it just like shits out a bunch of damage. Its neutral is like really good.
But is it really? That's so. I think
Dude, they just swapped. Dude, they just swapped side B on the ground with side B in the air. It's not punishable. It's the same thing. And you take like 70%. It's not edge guardable. It edge guards you. It's fucking like I think Bayo's gonna go up. I think some fucking 13-year-old freak Mexican prodigy's gonna play Bayo.
I'm not convinced. Okay, so how high do you think she can go up?
I think like
with the top 10.
I mean, calm down.
Right?
Like, where's Bayo now?
Okay, so that's the thing. If you don't think she's top 10, I don't think it's worth arguing over.
No, but do you think she can?
I think because for me, no, for me, right?
What do you mean? You just said, do I think she can win a major? You just said, and basically everyone here
she can win a
No,
major.
I'm saying fucking
Jason.
Anthony.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Anthony. You said that everyone in the future is just going to be fucking counter picking each other, and I think she'll probably have some fucking good counter picks.
Oh, for sure. Okay, no, I agree, right?
I'll
For me, what's relevant for me is like if there are characters that are just so blatantly overlooked that are meta defying, right? For me, it's like I think half of mid tier can be easily top tier. So no, not easy. No, sorry, half of mid tier can be high tier, right?
Yeah.
It's like synonymous. It's like whatever, right? Like mid tier to high tier. Like that's such a non-step for me, you know. But like it's that character that people are like, oh, they're probably mid tier, they're probably high tier. That I think are sleeper top tier. That's when I like will think about, you know, like that's like Moth, that's Sheik.
Okay,
that's
but like people think Bayo's actually like bottom 10.
No.
No, people
some
don't
people
think
do.
that.
Dude, there is no Bayo representation in the world from anyone.
Flamer.
Yeah, and where's he, mate?
Banned
In the bin. In the fucking can.
No, there's a European like prodigy. Like,
Yeah, but who? Like, what's his name?
Yeah, you
Bloom
don't know.
forever.
Nah, you don't even know, dude.
No, he's actually like a big
Pit sleeper.
European
Ben, you are the pit.
You are the pit. Okay, so you gotta prove it.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna.
No, but I just want to ask like one last part, like with the Bayo thing, because like, do you think characters with good neutral, like with neutral to develop, or like punish game to develop, will like go higher? Because like Bayo, right? Like in my head, actually, she can only go downwards probably because like her neutral's shit. Like she kind of doesn't force people to guess or anything.
Why is
She
her
kind of
neutral
just-
shit, bro? She just like aerial side Bs and jumps away, and if you hit her,
That shit.
What?
That shit doesn't work.
You play Palutena.
What do you mean, dude? It's just like, yeah, exactly. It's just like Palu fairing, dude. And if Palu hits a fair, then you get a nair or a grab, and it's like fucking. It's the same picture.
It's such a big risk you have to take, though.
No,
That's
it's not. It's not punishable. The aerial side B, dude. You can just jump away, leave.
What? As
We're not having this.
As Bayo, the
discussion.
aerial, the fucking.
No, we're leaving this. We're leaving this.
Oh.
What?
Okay, I think Crom is Omega Sleeper.
What a
maybe actually.
what a boring contestant. Go next.
Nah, I don't know. Every single ex-Crom player doesn't believe in Crom, and I'm like,
I never believed, man. All right, we're leaving this behind. We're gonna rapid fire some stuff. Okay. Quick,
Sure.
quick
Alright,
ones.
rapid fire questions.
You can answer this one. Okay.
Okay.
Worst head-to-heads of recent top 15/5. Yeah.
where are you getting these?
Answer the fuck. Say the question.
FBZ Bean, right? Worst head-to-heads of recent that isn't top 10/5. I want to hear some stats. 7-0 record versus X player on the 40.
Okay, so the two obvious ones are Gerge versus Zav and Anthony versus Piggins.
Well, I'm 2-3 in Pickens. It's not that bad.
Oh,
2-3.
No, yeah.
you were 0-3.
He was
No, I'm
1-3.
2-3. I'm 1-3 this season. I've been in a preseason. But no, it wouldn't
Oh,
P9 easy call be like 7-0?
No, but he just said not top 10/5. So
Easy
Ernest,
call P9?
no, Ernest and fucking Easy Call P9 is one.
Easy
that
Call
they're doing.
That's what Anthony said. He said, yeah.
That
I mean,
is
Pickens
one.
isn't that bad. Like,
P9 milk meme, but that's like only 03.
Milk Beam Tim.
There are no like crazy big records like that.
But the thing is, the interesting ones are when you include the PR players with like non-PR players. That's when it's
is
interesting.
there, is there
not
a
waking up
non-PR
at
player
8
that is dominant over
Do
PR player?
not look at my alarm.
Dude, like look at Zav and like Zetman, or like Zav and
Yeah,
Jason.
Zav, Zetman,
Look at,
and then, like-
hey, not Naru Jason.
Oh, that's funny.
You've copped that one.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
L versus Embo.
The most infamous 01.
All right, next.
All right. Fez asks Thoughts on Vic PR player trajectory and how top 5 has changed over the past 5 years? 3 years. And
You
is
just,
Vic...
I'm so pissed off. You've just blatantly ignored the number that she's put and you've said your own.
Top 5 has changed over the past 3 years. And is Vic gonna overperform or inter ban? I think Vic will do as expected.
I agree.
And it's been super interesting, the changes in the top 5 recently. Like...
The top 5 has been the same.
What do you
Top
mean?
5 hasn't.
Besides,
Jura
top 5
beat?
hasn't.
Are you sore?
Holy fuck, let me answer the question. The top
Top
5
5 hasn't entered anything in the season, so you
Also,
can't base anything.
the top 5 hasn't changed up until last season. So the only real change was Jura and Beat. Jura was also always going to go up, and I think the inclusion of Beat has basically fucked the entire structure of that top 9 group, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's really cool.
Wait, how do you mean fucked it? As in, like, he's the counter meta, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's
basically gotten a win on everyone.
Well, he's beaten everybody.
Oh, yeah, he has. And Jono now,
And
too,
You could say negative win rates, but like it's the fact that you've beaten everyone that's incredible because beating everyone includes beating Jono.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up. Like one single Jono win is so rare.
And also you have Bradley playing Samus.
Randback. Yeah. It's a Jono win in Randback.
And you have Shrix here now. It's actually like flip a coin, dude.
This is the most.
I think
I think freakish Jason winning.
I think
3 tournaments in a row. He might be LeBron.
I think there's like
he's the GOAT.
Bin, Shrix, Jono are the only ones who are like guaranteed in that top 5. I think everyone else could fucking go anywhere.
We're in such unprecedented times.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best timeline for like high level competition, I think. Cool. We've answered.
that.
All right, moral caster.
We've answered.
We've answered this.
It's the same thing.
Your question's been answered, bro. Okay.
I think the wine's
We've answered this. Oh, not really.
Yeah, we've answered it. Fuck it.
We have.
Yep. See you later.
All right. Sorry, Deku. Sias asks, what to you is every state known for Smash-wise, like the playstyle thing?
Wait, what?
So
can you repeat that?
It's just a scale of good to bad, right?
Wait, what?
Hey, dude. Hey, if you're ranking things based off good to bad, then you're just toxic, bro.
You're just toxic.
What to you is every state known for Smash-wise? Play style, community, grind set, events, whatever first comes.
All right,
what
I'm gonna name names. This is a shit question. Go next.
What does it mean?
It doesn't mean anything. Go next.
All right. I think this could be a quick question if the states were relatively balanced, but there's kind of a.
I mean, Vix grinders, and then in terms of playstyle, we like, you know, Queensland's like, and New South Wales.
Sorry, man. It's a fucking shit question. Go next.
All right, I didn't make that decision. Jason, using his executive power, what key skills do you think it takes in Vic to rise to the top 40 area? Any picks for mid-level, low-level players who are going to break out in 2022? Scobo.
Yeah, we all have the same answer.
Wash.
It's Scobo.
I think.
Scobo, Cookie, Zach.
Scobo the goat, dude.
I've got a few goats.
Scobo and Scobo's brother.
Yeah, nice. What it takes, I reckon, my take like 2 years ago was like anyone can make the 40, if you just literally put in time, and it would just come. But now I think it's a bit different.
Nah.
No? You think it's still the same?
Nah, I think if you can convert well.
That's Jason's bias.
Advantage is
key.
No, it's true. So yeah, Rapsav, and for everyone basically still on the 40, advantage state is like the number one priority because that's the thing that's the most controlled thing
neutral,
you can.
Neutral doesn't mean anything when 35th is fighting like 40th.
No, it's also like neutral doesn't mean anything when there's 90 different characters in this game and that you have to. Neutral is contingent on learning matchups. There's so many fucking characters in this game that if you are able to get really good at controlled like advantage state, then it goes really far. What the? I hate the fact that you laugh at random things.
No,
it's
dude,
like,
P9 DM'd him and he was like, "Sorry about the actions of my drunk colleagues."
Oh no, did he DM all three of us?
That's
so
weird.
Good. Yeah.
All right. Scobro asks 2 things. 1, how far can someone get from Wi-Fi? All the way, baby, except for the very top level, because I think that requires some experience.
Nah, all the way.
No, I think you need some experience.
Like in terms of in Australia?
In Australia, you could go all the way, probably.
What do you mean?
Wait, so
it's the other way around, dude.
What?
It's the other way around. Best player in the world is fucking is like Wi-Fi bred and born, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What?
So I'm.
You've lost me.
No,
So do you think Wi-Fi can like how good can you get
Alright.
from Wi-Fi?
So I think Spargo didn't become the GOAT until he started going offline, which
I mean,
is
he was basically instantly like top 3.
No.
No, he played offline before that.
Okay. To answer your question, you can go all the way because all the way to you at your current position doesn't matter whether it's 1, 3, or PR. Basically, you can get a fuck ton of mileage, so exploit it. Okay.
True.
You do need to go to offline tournaments to prove what you're about. But Wi-Fi is relevant, and it's way more relevant than people actually think. The only thing that holds people back is mentality. That's it.
Yep, agreed.
P9 is just munted.
Unfez, bro.
Yeah. Oh, P9's P9. If he went Wi-Fi grind, would be like insane. By the way, but yeah.
Don't tell him that. All right, and then his second question is, can someone improve without being quote unquote on the grind? I mean, what do you mean by on the grind? I think you do have to be playing.
I think you have to be. I think you have to get on some kind of grind at some point
to get far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, who's asking this question?
That was Scobo, and we're
again.
done. We're moving on. We've done Governor. Mike Cool asks, do you think there are any hidden bosses that aren't ranked yet to be big threats to majors?
I'm gonna assume you mean like PR'd and not like 40 ranked.
I was thinking like non-40, but
then no one.
Then no one.
Like
But if
Scobo.
we're thinking 40, then Scobo.
Brog.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Brog is like. Okay, do you think there
What's-
are any hidden bosses that aren't ranked to be a big threat to majors? And the answer is Brog Saber.
Yeah.
Brog is huge. And Hope, yeah.
Technically, Shen's not ranked right now. He
Shen-
can actually
Who's not ranked?
That is actually so true.
True, Shane is ranked. Yeah.
And like even
Shane
inactives
will,
like that, man.
I reckon Shane will definitely like freak it.
The thing
I think
is
Shane
that
will
if
get a big upset.
if Shen
Yeah,
like Gene's banned of P9 Villy.
Dude, Shane will like beat like some random Sydney
The thing
PR
is
player,
that-
and they'll be like,
Well,
like,
see,
why
I've said
isn't this guy ranked?
Yeah, I've said this so many times, but like if he just runs into someone that like he's allowed to play his game,
It's over.
It's over, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
like he would just
The
win.
thing with Shane that's underrated is that he's not just like, if you let me play my game, I'll win. He's actually good at just playing the game as well.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. He only mental booms against certain characters, but that's also like low key character limitation as well. But he is able to adapt, like, and I think he can do really well into like low key, like some really high level players.
I agree.
I think like I think right.
He literally only loses to like player matchups, like certain styles or like characters that just like tear his fuck
Like
away.
the thing with Shane is that the reason why he's also unranked is also to do with like he got luck of the draw of losing to player matchup things. And he
Double
also
cookie
doesn't-
Zach, bro.
No,
Let's go.
He also doesn't attend a lot, which
Yeah.
hurts like the consistency of rating him.
Cool. All right.
But he's good.
Slash, what do you think the biggest hurdle is for mid-level players to overcome? Advantage state.
No.
Sorry.
Biggest hurdle.
Hurdle, yeah.
So like he's trying to break into the top 20.
Oh,
It's not
sorry.
advantage state, dude.
No, I'm dumb as fuck. I misread that completely.
I get you.
Sorry. I think there's
I think it's like being able to realize what your flowchart lacks and adapt from that.
Yeah. I think
Because I think majority of top 20 people will just look at you and be like, cool, this is what you're about. I lose game 1, I'm gonna beat you game 2 and 3. That's it.
Yeah. I think look, we can all meme and jest that like someone like me and Anthony has like no neutral, no adaptation or whatever, right? But it's like the reality is that there's like just enough of it where you're like cognizant of like what's going on, kind of like what Ernest said. But you
It's
just
strong
can't-
enough to beat everyone weaker than us, essentially. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's about it. What are your thoughts?
Dude, Slash, you need to recover high, man.
That's true.
Oh, also recover high.
Also recover high.
It's true.
Plus you're not the best snake in Vic. Plus ratio.
Plus L.
Plus L. Plus get a
Oh,
job.
You're worse snake than me.
What are your expectations for BAM? Top 16.
What do you-
Let's get it, boys. That's what I want.
Your expectation
No.
is top 16.
The goal is top 16. My expectation is to make it out of pools. That's my hit.
Unreal.
Dude, that's crazy. How do you have expectations? Like I like legit can't. Like,
Yeah, it's my first major, so I've got literally no expectations.
really just be like, if I like, I just want to make it out of pools, and I just want to play well. Like, I just want to I want to get like an upset on a PR player. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, cause I can't, I don't know. It's just like if I like kind of make expectations like I'm gonna get top 16. It's just like that's just like so weird because tournaments are just so inherently inconsistent. And it's just like, yeah, like.
Yeah,
Flip a
I
coin.
mean, I said this last time, but like a tournament that big, you can't
have
really put your
expectations,
worth on
yeah.
a placing.
Yeah.
With that being said, I would like to make top 24. That would be a good goal.
That would be.
I love a good 17. Griff loves a good 17.
I'd like to top 8 doubles.
17th is like an evil number.
Sorry?
17th is the evil number because it's like a
feels
you
odd.
didn't do bad, but you didn't do amazing.
Yeah, you played your seed, bro. That's what you love a 17.
Okay. Yeah, I hate it. It's like what a waste of fucking
Nah,
time.
I agree with this.
I hate 25th. 25th
It's like I lose, I like get upset twice in Queensland, and I still get 17th, and it's like I lost to Fez twice, by the way.
Damn,
fucking
man.
Phoebe.
A few other people you lost to.
It's like Ember, Laurie, and Fez. That's it. And I'm like,
what a way to go out.
You didn't get like a Jix or anything, you know. All right. What footy team do you go for? I go for the Pies because I'm.
Don't answer that question.
I'm from the Burbs. I'm from Collingwood.
I'm not answering.
I'm from
not
Collingwood,
answering
so I go for Collingwood. Cool.
Oh.
Yakko asks, whereabouts on the Vic...
Do you need glasses?
I reckon I do. Whereabouts on the Vic 40 do you think splits from a top level to a high level, and which players do you think could genuinely have a shot of being top Vic player with a bit more work?
Top level and high level.
So I think
Where's the gap?
There's a gap. I think my gap is probably around where Noot sits right now. Like that's.
Wait, no, from top level, it will split off from Tim.
Top level. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say.
It'll split off at Tim.
Yeah, Tim. Yeah. Yeah, good one.
And then high level goes from Tim to me, probably.
What?
Sorry?
From top to high level split. It's probably where Tim is. The split off is Tim.
Well, the
Tim
top is literally like where the top 9 is that we're talking about. So like when you think about making PR, you can make PR, but there's no shot you're cracking that top 9 where like DD currently sits. You know what I mean? Like go next.
I think Jason's probably top level, so that's why I say.
Jason's Crowbar experience, bro. Don't let it get to your head.
Well, I think
Sicko tournament
is getting a bit spicy in Vic. Because I think there's this top 10 that's perceived to be the top 10, and I think Ernest and I are shitting on that idea last week. So
wait, you've both been doing well.
Yeah, I think who knows what's gonna happen.
Hey man. Fuck you both.
Dude, I'm so drunk right now. This is.
Alright.
Oh mate. Alright. Do I ask this question?
No, go next.
Alright. Sorry, Kaz.
No,
Dude,
did this.
Kaz, okay, no, Kaz, get a better personality, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? Pepe Slime is like you need to get a different personality, man.
And that's actually all the questions.
That's it.
That's it.
Alright, I'm gonna start a drama YouTube channel. Alright, last thing, chat. We got like 5 minutes before we're fucking off. Any questions? Go, shoot, right now, and then we're done.
Did you guys think this was a
Yeah,
good,
do you think this was good compared to other episodes? Should we do this on a regular basis?
I think we
I'm
surprisingly
I'm
had.
asking you, Connor. Like,
Oh,
what
me?
do you think? What do you think about? What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I think we had a lot of good discussion that we normally wouldn't get.
Yeah, I agree.
With a guest.
Because we get outside insight that's not from us.
Yeah.
So the VOD will be on YouTube. Can be found at youtube.com/mast. You know where to find me if you're watching
Top
this.
8 Interstate Arcadian. Did you see that?
What?
Top 8 Interstate Arcadian.
I mean, what's your favorite alcohol? No bordering answers. What? No boring answers.
And
okay.
what? Wait, why is Fez drunk? Okay.
Who cares?
All right. When am I on the show? I don't know. Could have been on the show tonight.
The more you ask
Fez,
for
you
the
can't-
show,
Fez- Fez, you can't ask Anthony for a boring answer because it's gonna like blow his brain up.
on the show.
Highs and lows versus average consistency. I rate highs and lows more, but I think consistency is very undervalued.
Hey. Hot. Okay, it depends on a tendency. Like,
there's no way you can.
no, it's true though. Hey, P9 is like low-key the GOAT because he attended as much as he... Like, I personally... Like, okay, high and lows is good. I personally hate the fact that's, like... I hate promoting the fact that you can go to, like, a few tournaments, get really good, and get high... Like, I think Zaki's idea of going to, like, few locals and deliberately not going to as many as he can just to get a high ranking
Yeah, that's
is
cringe.
promoted. That's cringe as fuck. Get a fucking job. You suck dick.
Did you add? Did you say a name?
What?
He said Zaki.
He said Zaki.
I don't think he ever did that.
He did do that.
He did do that.
He went to every Sunshine, dude. He was like 14.
Anyways, no, he's 14. He's chill, right? I think if hypothetical person X does do that, I think it's like cringe. I think attending tournament is like that's why I think P9's the GOAT because he literally attended as many as he could, even though it was detrimental to his rank. He went there because of the grind.
He should be punished. For example, yeah.
Like he was punished, but like low key.
Wait,
he's
you're
like,
dissing the #1 player in India? Is that what you're doing?
get a job,
The winner
mate.
of DreamHack Delhi.
Hey Zaki, like fucking hit a clip in Valorant, bro. Like that's nice. Nah.
Hey.
Zaki and I are homies. He's alright.
All right, Cinder has a question.
All right, Cinder. What is wrong with you?
My neck and my back.
My.
What was Jabs' question? Wait, apparently.
Yes, you can solo main to get PR. Multiple people have done
Yes,
it.
you can solo main a low tier in Australia to get PR.
Ben Gold was literally 8th.
Come on, bro.
And 1 ban, bro. Like,
And me.
Like,
It gets harder and harder every year, right? But like,
no,
come
you
on,
can do
bruh.
it.
Like
You can do it.
Australia is so much room for gap in terms of like the potential max of this game and like what we are, right?
There's-
Like, it's always player capacity at the end of the day.
What's he
Play whoever the fuck you want. You fuck.
There's no way Gus just asked a Twitter question. Gus asked a Twitter question 3 minutes ago, and it's the one that we answered on stream.
Phoebe,
Go on.
all the episodes are on Spotify. Okay, you can listen. I pay $20 like a month.
Dude, I'm PR'd with a low tier.
oh my god.
Diddy Kong.
Fucking.
Donkey Kong.
Diddy Kong.
And Dankling.
It's Donkey Kong,
Oh,
bro.
okay, you said Diddy Kong. I thought you were going to say Falco.
What is the
No,
best way
Falco's
to practice
top 1,
every
dude.
day, and how do you know which way to approach self-practice to keep consistent? Wait, what? What are you asking?
You can watch Connor's video.
Yeah, watch my video on solo practice.
And you can find it here,
You can.
in the top left.
All right. Look,
Alright.
I think Ernest has actually drunk too much wine, just quietly.
Dude,
I
can go the whole 8 mile, bro.
Dude, I need a server run.
I'm down for a server run.
I'm doing a server run as well.
Alright, we've
Bro,
got.
I'm down for a server. Wait, can I
pull up
Uber
right
to
now
yours?
South Yarra.
I'm down for DM.
Actually,
I'll Uber to yours, bro.
Uber,
Wait, actually-
Uber now, dude.
Don't test me.
Do it.
Yeah, fucking do
he's
it.
not going to
Do
do
it.
it. He's not going to do it.
We'll
You
watch
can
your,
do it, but
we'll
you're
watch
not
your
gonna
movie, dude.
We're gonna watch
Anyway.
Space Jam 2.
do it. Oh,
And
Nah,
Legacy.
Dude, I'll be drunk and beat your ass, Anthony.
Oh,
I'm sure.
And then
My
we'll play
flow
Smash.
chart.
What is going on, bro?
Alright, it's
Alright,
finish it.
we're
Finish it,
done
finish
here.
it.
Didn't it start at 10:30?
No. Wait. Hey. What's more questions? Danklin is PR'd with a low tier. True.
And the fucking stream.
It promotes along.
Guys, you need to
Wait,
go
no.
to bed.
It's not over
Wait,
yet.
wait.
No, seriously, it's not over.
It is over.
Wait,
it's done.
No.
Wait.
What is the best way to practice every day?
No,
How do you
okay,
know
no, you
what
should
is-
shut up. Alright, I've been Mast. You can follow me on Twitter at SSBMast, on Twitch, and on YouTube. Anthony, what's your Twitter at?
And Noot 1.
Jason, it's the Gwyff. Ernest,
DN.
and that's it. We're going to bed. Good night.